morning, honorable members. I welcome you all to the second sitting of 9th session of 7th Legislative Assembly. As you all are aware, that the state had recently celebrated 50 years as the Golden Jubilee of Arunachal Pradesh in a befitting manner. The month-long commemoration of 50 years of Arunachal Pradesh was inaugurated by Honorable Governor on 20th of January 2022 at Padiyube Stadium at 0 in presence of impressive gathering and concluded on 20th of February 2022 at UP Outdoor Stadium. On the occasion of 36th Statehood Day celebration, which was presided over by the Honorable Governor, and Honorable Chief Minister of Assam was the chief guest for the event. The festival committee, which was constituted by the state government for finalization of programs for celebration of Golden Jubilee, had decided in the meeting that all the members, the former and current leaders of the state, would be felicitated for their immense contribution in the growth of Arunachal Pradesh. For this purpose, the festival committee had appointed Dr. Tangor Tapak, advisor to Honorable Chief Minister, and Sri Dani Salu, Secretary, Transport, as the chairman and co-convener respectively for the political history subcommittee of the celebration, with an objective to identify the architect of political histories of Arunachal Pradesh. The members identified for felicitation included 42 agency and Pradesh council members and 273 MLAs and former MLAs. It was initially decided by the festival committee that all the agency and Pradesh council members would be honored during the inaugural ceremony at Padiyube Stadium 0. However, due to sharp rise in cases of COVID-19 in the state, the plan was dropped. However, 8 former chief ministers of Arunachal Pradesh were felicitated during the inaugural ceremony. During the valedictory program at UP on 20th of February 2022, 19 agency council members and 18 Pradesh council members were felicitated. The absentees were 3 agency council members and 2 Pradesh council members would be felicitated at their respective addresses. It was also decided by the festival committee that all the sitting MLAs of 7th Legislative Assembly would be honored in the current session, and all the former MLAs would be honored in the first week of April in their respective erstwhile Basin District headquarters. Accordingly, the citation and memento have been placed on your respective table to honor you all. Now we will take up the start question one by one. Start question number 1, Sri Ninong Ering.
Because Arunachal Pradesh is one of the largest states of the northeast, just like Guwahati. Guwahati in Assam. Guwahati IIT since decades back. But Arunachal Pradesh is an upcoming state, and frankly speaking, the central government is the NDA, the state government is also NDA, and if we do not avail the chance now in this year's Golden Jubilee of our naming of our state and the 36 years of our statehood, I would request you that do you have in your mind any proposal to put up some IITs, IIMs, or like you said that regarding the establishment of AIMS-like college in Arunachal Pradesh does not concern to your subject, but I would request Honorable Health Minister or the Honorable Chief Minister to respond that why in the western side we have the TRIMS, Tomoriba Institute, but in the eastern part we require a similar kind of, health at least facility or an education center, because going to AMC Dibrugarh or to Guwahati is very troublesome for our people. So if we have one in the eastern side also, it would be a very big benefit to the people of the eastern part, sir.
So who would want to reply? The minister?
Mr. Speaker, sir, is that question number 11 asked by Honorable MLA Nenu Iringi? इनकी रिप्लाई हमने कहा कि जो IIT एम्स का जो सब्जेक्ट है ये सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की है। अब तक सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से हमारे पास कोई ऐसे प्रावधान नहीं आया, लेकिन फिर भी हमारी सरकार जो हमारे पेमाहंदो सरकार और हमारे ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर ने IIT सरकार के जो इस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ IIT ये सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की है। अब तक सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से हमारे पास कोई ऐसे आने वाले समय में हो सकता है नहीं आया, लेकिन फिर भी हमारी सरकार जो हमारे पेमाहंदो सरकार और हमारे ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर ने IIT सरकार के जो इस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ IIT ये सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की है।
Shri Tarin Dakta.
Mike. Honorable Speaker, sir, my question number 30, sir, question was that whether is planning to establish a senior police officers training institution like Hyderabad, Calcutta, and the Honorable Minister Home, he has answered here that they have already funded and kept budget announcement during 2019-20. Whether is academy, police academy or college should be as per the standard of Hyderabad or Calcutta. Just upgradation of police station at police training center at Bandardua would not be sufficient enough to put our police personnel, modernization of all police personnel. वो वाला हम senior officers के लिए पूछा था. This is just upgradation of police station, training institute in Bandardua, PTC. वो sufficient नहीं हो रहा है हमको. Honorable Minister से आपका माध्यम से पूछना चाहता हूँ that you are going to do that standard like Hyderabad and Calcutta. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister.
Honorable Speaker, sir, the answers to the stair question number 30 raised by Honorable Member Tarin Dakpe is laid on the table. However, with the supplementary question he have raised, Speaker, sir, alongside with the supplementary में इस अगस्त हाउस का इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए मैं बताना चाहता हूँ PTC बंदरडुआ पुलिस ट्रेनिंग सेंटर बंदरडुआ जो है 1973 में एस्टैब्लिश हुआ था. The basic aim of establishing PTC at Bandardua was only to give training to the constables and head constables. लेकिन in the course of time ये फैसिलिटी जो है PTC जो है सर्विस कोर्सेस में, रिप्रेसर्स कोर्सेस में, प्री कमांडो कोर्सेस में और ओवर द ईयर इवन द सब इंस्पेक्टर एंड हेड कॉन्स्टेबल्स ऑफ टेलीकॉम रेडियो उसको ट्रेनिंग दे रहा है. एंड till today we have trained around 15,000 police personnel in the center. लेकिन जो सवाल जो आया ऑफिसर्स का ट्रेनिंग जो है आज तक हम लोग सब इंस्पेक्टर और DYSP जो है हम लोग शिलोंग में करते और कहीं अलग स्टेट में करते हैं. लेकिन वे बैक इन 2019 ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर श्री पेमा खांडू जी ने खुद PTC में जाके उसका जायजा लिया और ये निर्णय लिया कि इसको हम लोग अपग्रेड करना है, अपग्रेड टू द स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ इम्पार्टिंग ट्रेनिंग टू दी DYSP रैंक. और 2019-20 के बजट में अकॉर्डिंगली 19-20 के बजट में ऑनरेबल डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर in charge of finance minister ने budget announcement किया है. And we had started the construction around 25 crore का announcement हुआ था through budget announcement से. And we had started the works, but due to corona pandemic, the work has been put on break. It has not stopped. तो इस साल से फिर हम लोग शुरू कर दिया है. or we are contemplating to transform this PTC into a full-fledged training institute for our higher officers also. And hopefully, if time and situation goes accordingly, by next 2 years, we will be able to achieve. और ये मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि हम लोग के नया जो डीजीपी जो ज्वाइन हुआ है, उन्होंने खुद ही जंगल में घूम के पीटीसी के जंगल में घूम के जमीन को भी जायजा ले चुका है. तो दिस टाइम ऑल्सो वी हैव प्रपोज्ड फॉर एन न्यू बजट अनाउंसमेंट टू अपग्रेड फिर ट्रांसपोर्ट में लाने के लिए. सो होपफुली इफ सिचुएशन गोज अकॉर्डिंगली by next 2 years we have a full-fledged training institute for higher officers also. Thank you, sir.
Samdong Mosang, start question number 17.
Honorable Speaker, sir, through you, I would like to bring to the kind notice of Honorable Minister Health regarding non-functioning of Regional Diagnostic Center at Mia. Speaker, sir, that was in the year 2005. The same Regional Diagnostic Center was inaugurated by Sri S.K. Singh, the then Governor of Arunachal Pradesh. However, the situation as it seems that the very center stands unused and defunct. Only the supply part or the person who supplied the materials has been benefited. That very center is well equipped with machines like CT scan, MRI, sonography machines, X-rays, including lab testing equipments. Speaker, sir, I have had a replies to my queries from Honorable Minister Health. He has shown the reason being not in use is power shortage. That too was during the year 2005-2006. Seek a reply from Honorable Minister. Is left defunct because of non-ability of technicians. So where do the Honorable Minister stand? Is this because of power shortage or because of non-posting of qualified doctors and technicians? Thank you, sir.
Honorable Minister.
Question that I've heard. Actually, this regional diagnostic center was procurement was made under 11 Pioneers Commission during 2004 and 5. At that time, even building was not constructed at that time. So the supplier traveler dump the materials there without any covers, without any buildings there. That is why all that materials usable or not usable. Now we have a PP mod agreement with Medicity. That Medicity teams, they are serving that medicine, that items, whether it will be in useful or not, result will be submitted to us. After the result is submitted, we'll go for the next step. That is the status as of now.
Sir, can I, sir, one supplementary? Can I, sir?
Who's it? Please call your name.
Laisam Simai, sir.
Oh, Lasam Simai.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Sir, there was a decision of the state government to equip and strengthen all health institutions, one each in all the constituencies last year, like PSC and
Your
CSC, in
supplementary-
addition to the...
Honorable
Sir,
Member,
sir, I'm coming.
Okay. Your supplementary is related to the question or your on
Yes,
your
yes, yes.
constituencies?
Yes, sir. In addition to the all district hospitals. So I would like to know from the Honorable Minister, what is the present status and what steps have been taken so far?
Regarding the diagnostic center, or you're talking about your constituency health
So, for
infrastructure?
all the states, sir, entire state, 60 constituencies, equipping of all the health institutions in the constituency levels, sir.
It's not regarding the diagnostic center. Honorable Minister.
Honorable Speaker, sir, it is under process. And for more information regarding this diagnostic center of Mio, we have, during 2011, I was in Public Account Committee also, Estimate Committee also. We have visited that very place also, even the Miao, Roing, and Luxin. It was totally defunct, and we have submitted for close down of that scheme also. So it may be in the assembly itself, I think. And regarding license question, now it is under progress. He can have the paper from our department. We'll give him the paper.
So I have one supplement, sir. Sir, thank you very much, sir. Sir, I would like to purchase some machines, sir, through available fund like, sir, PADP, MLET, or whatever, sir. So my question to the Honorable Minister, if we provide these machines, sir, like MRI, CT scan, X-ray, my question to Honorable Minister is, if you provide these machines, is there any provision to provide technicians, sir? That's it.
Minister.
If any honorable member is purchasing by its own cost, we'll support the technician from our department. We'll train the human resource from all the district to look after such kind of mission.
You're talking about the existing employees, or you create new posts for the technicians?
Well, trained technician.
From within the already serving?
Already serving. We'll give them the bridge course and we'll train them.
स्पीकर सर
Yeah.
ये MRI का टेक्नीशियन ये सब तो ठीक है, लेकिन हमारा तो CHC में ही डॉक्टर बिना डॉक्टर ये चल रहा है, तो हमारा हुंडी सब स्टेशन पे और CHC पे काइंडली आप आपके संज्ञान में लाने चाहता हूँ, एक MO को काइंडली पोस्टेड कर लीजिए.
Honorable Speaker, sir, actually हमारा अरुणाचल में सारा डिस्ट्रिक्ट में, सारा स्टेट में कहीं कहीं में तो बहुत कमियां है, लेकिन इनका कारण हमारा ट्रांसफर पॉलिसीज का कारण से है. सब या ईटानगर में, नाहरलगुन में, पांडुआ में, यह जहाँ सब जो सेंटर में वहाँ में 5-6 डॉक्टर्स पोस्टिंग किया गया है, तो उससे निकाल के हम लोग बाहर भेजने से फिर हमारा ऑनरेबल हमारा कोई लोग यह रिक्वेस्ट करता है. तो इसलिए हमारा ये ट्रांसफर पोस्टिंग पॉलिसी को हम मानने से कहीं कमियां नहीं होगा। अभी डॉक्टर्स होने से हमारे IPSS का नॉर्म्स का मुताबिक अरुणाचल में डॉक्टर काफ़ी है, लेकिन पोस्टिंग का कारण से नहीं है। यहाँ में हमारे यहाँ ईटानगर में सब सेंटर में ज़्यादा डॉक्टर है, हमारा डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल में डॉक्टर्स कमतियाँ है, तो उसको भी हम लोग विचार करना पड़ेगा। थैंक यू सर।
Start question number 20.
Mr. Speaker, sir, आपके माध्यम से सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चन सरकार से ये मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ कि अंडर स्वच्छ भारत मिशन use agricultural labor habitation more than 60, for example एक जगह ऐसा है कि more than 60 families 30 साल से आगे बचे हुए हैं, ऑफ कोर्स कवर्ड अंडर ILP। उसमें ओपन डिफेकेशन फ्री प्रोग्राम जो भारत सरकार नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने अनाउंस किया, स्वच्छ भारत मिशन, तो OFD हमने यहाँ में ODF हमने यहाँ में अनाउंस किया जाने के लिए पूरा का पूरा पॉपुलेशन कवर होना चाहिए। वहाँ में कोई शौचालय भी नहीं बना पाया, और वेरी इंटरेस्टिंगली सेम लोकेशन में अंडर द प्रोग्राम ऑफ यूनिवर्सलाइजेशन ऑफ एजुकेशन सर स्कूल भी बनाया गया है। तो उसमें अभी रिप्लाई आए हुए हैं सर कि सेंसस से कवर नहीं होने से वो नहीं हो पाएगा। तो सेंसस कैसे कवर किया जाएगा? डिपार्टमेंटल का सेंसस भी से भी होगा, बिकॉज ऑफ द इनिशिएशन ऑफ द एजुकेशन डिपार्टमेंट देयर इज स्कूल अंडर SSA। तो पब्लिक हेल्थ इंजीनियरिंग एंड वाटर सप्लाई के इनिशिएशन से भी कि उसमें स्वच्छ भारत मिशन से कवर किया जाएगा।
Honorable Minister.
स्पीकर सर, ये इसको बहुत क्लैरिटी का साथ बताया गया है, और कोई भी स्कीम्स एक गाइडलाइन के तहत चलता है, और स्वच्छ भारत में बेसिकली एक DBT में जाता है, एक जो भी मदद होता है योजना का वो डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफ़र सिस्टम में भी चलता है, और उसके लिए आधार कार्ड उसका सिस्टम में अपलोड करने के लिए एक सेंसस का कोड होना पड़ता है। तो वो सेंसस कोड अगर नहीं होता है उसमें वो सिस्टम में एक्सेप्ट नहीं होता है। इसलिए मैं ऑनरेबल मेंबर से ये रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा कि ऐसा अगर कुछ केसेस है, और जब अगर वो परमानेंट टाइप नेचर ऑफ सेटलमेंट या कॉलोनी है, तो वो अपना से इनिशिएटिव लेके सेंसस करवाए, और वो सेंसस का कोड नंबर का साथ हम लोग को वो सबमिट करें, और हम लोग उसको आगे ये योजना लेने के लिए टेकअप करने का कोशिश करेगा। थैंक यू।
स्पीकर सर, सेंसस से कवर्ड है, इवन दे आर कवर्ड अंडर द इलेक्टोरल रोल्स ऑल्सो। तो अभी डिपार्टमेंट की तरफ से कोई इनिशिएशन लेगा कि ऑन प्रोडक्शन ऑफ ऑल द रिक्वायर्ड डॉक्यूमेंट्स उन लोगों को भी कवर किया जाएगा। थैंक यू।
देखिए, सेंसस वो पर्टिकुलर जगह के लिए लिया है ना, सेंसस दूसरा जगह में लिया है, दैट हैज़ टू बी सीन। वो जो आप जो बोल रहे हैं वो लोकेशन सेंसस का आदमी, अभी हम लोग सब सेंसस का आदमी है। अब हम आके कहीं कोई एक दूसरा जगह में कैम्प कर देगा तो वहाँ तो नहीं होगा। तो ऐसा टाइप का है, वो स्पेसिफिक जगह रिलेटेड सेंसस है ना, नहीं है। अगर ऐसा है तो डेफिनेटली हम लोग उसको टेकअप करेगा। थैंक यू।
Question number 32, Sri Navam Tuki. Sri Navam Tuki.
Honorable Speaker sir, इस तर क्वेश्चन नंबर 32 का जवाब तो मिला है A, B, C, D, लेकिन इसमें मेरा कुछ सुझावत होगा कि ये 5 साल से स्कीम जो बंद पड़ा था, ये तो परंग में जो प्राइमरी हेल्थ सेंटर एनईसी प्रोजेक्ट एनईसी से सेंसर मिला था, लेकिन एनईसी 2017-18 से अभी तो फाइनल इंस्टॉलमेंट नहीं मिला, तो पीजी के लिए फाइनेंशियली इनकम्प्लीट है 4 साल से। उसका कोर्स एस्केलेशन भी हो गया। तो मैं पिछला बार भी ये प्रश्न उठाया था असेंबली में, तो एश्योरेंस तो मिला था लेकिन अभी भी उसका कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ। तो मैं मंत्री जी से अनुरोध करूंगा, इस बार इस फाइनेंशियल ईयर में आप जो रिमेनिंग जो 10% फाइनेंशियल और फिजिकल जो बाकी है उसको कंप्लीट करवा दीजिए। साथ ही साथ हॉस्पिटल बिल्डिंग बना के रखने से तो नहीं होगा, के साथ जो डॉक्टर भी आना होगा, डॉक्टर के साथ नर्सेस भी आएंगे, पैरामेडिकल स्टाफ भी होंगे और अन्य स्टाफ भी होंगे, उसके लिए भी तो क्वार्टर्स तो लगेगा रखने के लिए। उसके बाद जब प्राइमरी हेल्थ सेंटर बनाए तो उसका पोस्ट क्रिएशन भी होना होगा, या डॉक्टर और अदर स्टाफ्स का। उसमें अप्रोच रोड का भी ज़रूरी है। ये इस फाइनेंशियल ईयर बजट में जो रिमेनिंग जो प्रपोजल है, जो 10% जो कॉम्प्लीशन मेन पीएचसी बिल्डिंग का और स्टाफ क्वार्टर्स का, अप्रोच रोड का और बिजली और पानी का, सब मिला करके इस साल पूरा दे देने से ठीक होगा। अगर विश्वास नहीं करने से, वो तो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव हेडक्वार्टर है, आप खुद ही विजिट करके देख लीजिए, या आपका एक सीनियर मोस्ट ऑफिसर्स को भेज दीजिए, डिटेल ग्राउंड स्टडी करवा के देन उसका फैसला कीजिए। क्योंकि जो पीएचसी बिल्डिंग बना करके उसको यूज नहीं करने से क्या फायदा, पब्लिक बेनिफिट नहीं मिलने से कोई मतलब ही नहीं है पीएचसी बिल्डिंग बना के रखने का। इसलिए मैं मंत्री से अनुरोध करूंगा कि हम सोचा कि इंस्टेड ऑफ आस्किंग यू सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चन, आई एम रिक्वेस्टिंग यू टू डू दिस इन दिस करेंट फाइनेंशियल ईयर। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
रिक्वेस्ट का जवाब।
धन्यवाद ऑनरेबल स्पीकर सर। ये परंग का पीएचसी जो बिल्डिंग है वो 2011-12 में शुरू किया था, वो नेक स्कीम से। तो अभी उसका 90% जो प्रोग्रेस है फिजिकली फाइनेंशियल प्रोग्रेस है। तो जितना भी स्टेट का शेयर है, सेंटर का शेयर है, 400 समथिंग लैक्स का था, उसका हम लोग यूसी भी दे सकते सबमिट किया यूसी। तो उसमें अभी तरह उसका तो 4 साल में थोड़ा लेट हुआ है, इसी कारण तो उसका जो फर्स्ट तो उसको टेंडर मिला था वो सबलेट किया है दूसरा टीम सेकेंड पार्टी को। तो सेकेंड पार्टी ने भी थर्ड पार्टी को वो हैंड ओवर किया है। अभी थर्ड पार्टी का 2 आदमी उसमें केस में भी सोल रहे हैं, आप भी जान रहे होगा, उसी कारण से लेट हुआ है, उसको भी समाधान करने। तो फिर भी हमारा डिपार्टमेंट से इस साल में जो बजट में उसको कंप्लीशन होने के लिए हम लोग फाइनेंस जो बजट रख रहा है, प्रोविजन है। थैंक यू सर।
Sri Tachikaso, question 36.
स्पीकर सर, मेरा स्टार नंबर क्वेश्चन 36 रिप्लाई तो दिया है, और इस रिप्लाई में मंत्री साहब ने खूब सुंदर से दिया। 1920 में इस बजट सेशन में ईटानगर नाहरलगुन नहीं जुली, उसका लिए पीने के लिए पानी का लिए 286 करोड़ का जो रखा था, लेकिन उस साल पैसा 30 करोड़ का यहाँ रखा गया था। तो वो पैसा जो है हमने पूछा था, लेकिन यहाँ कहा है पैसा तो दिया नहीं है, और हमने पूछा था कि आप
पैसा दिया तो खर्च किया है। तो इन्होंने कहा कि पैसा तो दिया नहीं तो खर्च कहाँ से होगा। तो मैं पूछा था कि आप और बनेगा ना और नहीं बनेगा, तो इन्होंने कहा कि 2023 में इसका पैसा रखा जाएगा और दिया जाएगा, और पैसा देने का बाद कब कंप्लीट करेगा पूछा तो वो भी आया कि 3 साल का अंदर में कंप्लीट करेगा। मंत्री साहब से मैं ये जानना चाहूँगा इस हाउस में सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चन में, क्योंकि आज मैं जो पूछ रहा हूँ ये जो है मेरा लिए बोल के नहीं है, सारा ईटानगर का लिए, और आप सभी ने भी आज सुबह नहा कर आया होगा, और पीने का पानी तो हम लोग का सभी का टेबल में बंदोबस्त एकदम भरपूर रखा। ईटानगर ऐसा है 2 लाख पॉपुलेशन में, और बाकी जो पॉपुलेशन को जो हिसाब नहीं करता है, ऐसे जो मूविंग करता है वो भी है, वो भी पानी पीता है। और इसीलिए पानी जो है सबको जरूरी है। और इसमें हम सभी का जैसे एमएलए का, मंत्री का और कमिश्नर का, सेक्रेटरी का घर में अगर पानी नहीं रहता, अगर 2 घंटा भी अगर पानी अगर नहीं आता, बंद हो जाता है, तो जो 4था लेवल का जो ऑफिसर जो है वो ट्रांसफर भी हो जाता है। तो इसलिए मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है, मेरा कहने का था, इस हाउस में जो भी रखा गया, जो बजट सेशन में जो भी प्लेस करता है, तो हम लोग इसको एक मंदिर, एक मस्जिद, एक चर्च उस रूप में मान के हम लोग चलता है। आज 2 साल हो गया, वो पैसा यूटिलाइज नहीं हुआ, दिया नहीं तो यूटिलाइज नहीं हुआ। और सरकार ने आर्थिक करोड़ तो रखा था, तो इस सरकार का जो आर्थिक करोड़ जो रखा है, उस पैसा को लेने का बजट में अगर आप डिपार्टमेंट की ओर से आप प्रोसेस किया ना नहीं किया, अब फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट तक आपने पहुंचा कि ना नहीं पहुंचा, और नहीं पहुंचा है तो आप क्यों नहीं पहुंचा, वो थोड़ा से आप बता देता तो इस हाउस को, सभी को अगर ये अच्छा जानकारी देता तो मैं भी खुश होगा। और मैं लगता हूँ इस हाउस में जितना भी बेटा है, आप सभी का बोलने का, आप सभी यहीं रहता है, और आप सभी का ओर से मैं बोलना पड़ रहा हूँ ईटानगर का विधायक होने का नाते, और मैं मंत्री साहब से जानना चाहता हूँ।
स्पीकर सर, ये ऑनरेबल मेंबर का कैपिटल वाटर सप्लाई का बारे में जो क्वेश्चन पूछा है, ये इसको लेके पीएचई डिपार्टमेंट भी बहुत गंभीर है, और हम लोग ने एक फ्यूचरिस्टिक एक रिक्वायरमेंट विजन भी वो करके रखा है कि अभी का शॉर्टेज कितना है, देन 10 साल का बाद में कैसा शॉर्टेज होगा, वो 20 साल का बाद में क्या शॉर्टेज होगा, उस पर डिपार्टमेंट बहुत गंभीर है। और इसको क्योंकि ईटानगर एक युवा शहर है, एक ग्रोइंग ये सिटी है, पानी तो वो लगते रहेगा। और जैसे ऑनरेबल मेंबर ने कहा है, पानी बिना तो कोई नहीं रह सकता है, तो उसको लेके अभी उन्होंने जो पूछा था कि वो बजट अनाउंसमेंट वाला, आप सबको मालूम है कि लास्ट आउटगोइंग 2 years तो इट वॉज वेरी हार्ड, वो कोविड पेंडेमिक वगैरह लेके, इसलिए भी ये सब स्कीम में थोड़ा सा असर हुआ है। लेकिन हम लोग इसको फिर अभी नया ढंग से हम लोग फिर प्लानिंग और फाइनेंस का साथ टेकअप कर रहा है, और वो अकेला नहीं है। हम लोग को उम्मीद है कि बहुत जल्दी अर्बन जेजेएम भी आएगा, तो कहीं से भी हो हम लोग का टॉप प्रायोरिटी कैपिटल वाटर सप्लाई का है और मैं उम्मीद रखता हूँ कि हम लोग का स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ऑनरेबल सीएम का लीडरशिप में ये प्रॉब्लम को हम लोग एड्रेस कर पाएंगे स्टेजेस में। जैसा जैसा स्टेट का हेल्थ फाइनेंशियल हेल्थ इम्प्रूव होगा वैसा वैसा ये योजना को भी सक्सेसफुली इम्प्लीमेंट होगा बोल के मेरा उम्मीद है। थैंक यू
Sir, I have one supplement, sir. Honorable Speaker, sir. सर हमको इजाजत नहीं मिला है सर। ऑनरेबल स्पीकर सर, आई हैव वन सप्लीमेंट। सर अब सर जैसे मंत्री जी ने कहा अभी सर पीएचई डिपार्टमेंट का ही सर ये सब्जेक्ट है। सर आपने अभी कहा कि ईटानगर एक युवा सिटी है। सर मैं जिस सिटी के बारे में बोलना चाहता हूँ सर वो बुरा सिटी है सर। That is Bomdila, sir. Likewise, sir, 2020-21 में सर बजट सेशन में बॉम्डिला टाउनशिप के लिए भी सर शायद तकरीबन 40-50 करोड़ का सर अनाउंसमेंट हुआ सर। और एज ऑनरेबल मेंबर कासू साहब ने कहा कि मंदिर जैसे असेंबली हाउस हमें यहाँ जो भी हम जब बात रखते हैं तो वो होना पड़ेगा। तो बॉम्डिला के लिए भी सर जो ऑगमेंटेशन ऑफ वाटर सप्लाई फॉर बॉम्डिला टाउनशिप सर, एज आई सेड कि बॉम्डिला बुरा टाउन है। कामिंग डिस्ट्रिक्ट का सर वो सबसे पुराना सर हेडक्वार्टर हुआ करता था उस जमाने में सर। नाउ द प्रॉब्लम बॉम्डिला का क्या है कि सर अगर हम लोग वहाँ पानी नहीं देगा तो सर बॉम्डिला का जितने भी जो आदमी है सर वहाँ के जो लोग बसे हुए हैं वहाँ का जितने भी सर जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर वगैरह है उसको हम उतार कर जाना पड़ेगा सर। तो इसलिए सर मेरा सर सप्लीमेंट ये है कि सर क्वेश्चन हम लोगों ने सर जो 2020 और 21 में जो वादा इस सर सदन में किया सर इसको आप लोग सर पूरा करेंगे कि नहीं सर? क्योंकि हम लोगों का बहुत पॉपुलर एक स्लोगन भी है सर इस सरकार का, हमारे भारत सरकार का सर, हर घर में नल सर, हर नल में जल। तो उसको सर मेरा अनुरोध रहेगा सर कि बॉम्डिला टाउन भी सर, क्योंकि ईटानगर अगर युवा है तो बॉम्डिला सर बुरा सिटी है सर, उसको भी ध्यान दे दीजिएगा सर। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
देखा सर पानी तो जवान को भी बुरा को भी सबको लगता है इसमें कोई डाउट नहीं होना चाहिए कि बुरा टाउन है बोल के उसको नेग्लेक्ट होगा, ऐसा नहीं है। और बॉम्डिला भी टारगेट में है, लेकिन हम लोग वो थोड़ा फंड एलोकेशन का ही इंतजार कर रहा है और इसलिए हम लोग अभी वो जब जैसा जैसा हम लोग का फाइनेंशियल हेल्थ इम्प्रूव होगा, फंड जैसा जैसा मिलते जाएगा वैसा वैसा हम लोग वो सबको करते जाएगा। थैंक यू
सर। उसमें सर प्रायोरिटी, आई एम सॉरी सर, सर प्रायोरिटाइज करना बहुत जरूरी है सर। नहीं तो क्या है कि सर हम लोग वेस्ट कमिंग का जितना भी सब यहाँ बैठा है सर हम लोग सब बाहर हो जाएगा सर। इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सर, प्लीज सर।
कहाँ बाहर हो जाएगा?
असेंबली से सर।
Start question number 54, Sri Wanglin Wanglong.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir. The answer to my start question number 54. In regard to the pathetic condition of the orange growers of Tirap district, who have been drastically affected by ailments in the orange plantations like insects, pests, and other fungi and virus infections. The answer given is that no report have been received effect from the pests. However, I'd like to ask that entire orange belt in Tirap district, which is mostly, you can say the entire district is covered by orange plantations. However, in the recent years, we have seen that these orange plantations have been dying out for reasons which the department should be well aware of. However, I am surprised to see that no report has been submitted as yet. One of the reasons could be that excessive use of chemicals and pesticides, especially Roundup, which the innocent farmers will not be able to visualize. This Roundup or glyphosate is very sensitive to fruit trees. Now, if the department provides these Roundup chemicals and pesticides in abundance to the farmers, pay to the trees, I think this is one of the reasons that the trees, orange trees, have been dying out. Many of the villages had very rich and beautiful orange plantations. Now it's been totally dried out. And the small growers, the small farmers who sustain their livelihood by these orange plantations have nowhere to go. Now what the department is doing to revive these orange plantations, what method has been taken? I've seen no person from the department either going to the villages or reporting these incidents as far as I'm concerned. So what steps will the department take to revive the orange growers and the plantation in the districts of Tirap? Thank you.
Honorable Minister.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं माननीय सदस्यजनों के शंकाएं को दूर करने से पहले इन्हें मेरा और मेरी डिपार्टमेंट के ओर से धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं कि एग्रीकल्चर एंड एलाइड डिपार्टमेंट के ऊपर चिंता करने वाला भी है। ये हमारे लिए खुश की बात है। मैंने इनको बहुत ही संक्षिप्त में जवाब दी है, परंतु मेरा जवाब को इन्होंने समझने में या कोऑर्डिनेट करने में थोड़ा सा शंका पड़ा। ये बढ़िया बात है, अकेला पढ़ के बैठने से होती नहीं है, सबका सामने हम लोग जना दो तो सारा अरुणाचल के लिए काम आएंगे। मैंने कहा कि साइट्रस प्लांट स्पेशली ऑरेंज ये कीड़ा मकोड़ा और पुक का उतना ससेप्टेबल नहीं होता है और उसका कीड़ा खाने से ऑरेंज प्रोडक्शन का डिक्लाइनेशंस का हमको सारा अरुणाचल से कहीं से भी रिपोर्ट नहीं है अभी तक। यस, ऑरेंज प्रोडक्शन डिक्लाइन हो गया, फल देना बंद हो गया, बहुत कम हो गया, ऑरेंज पेड़ सूख रहा है, इसका रिपोर्ट आई है। हम लोग ने इसको बहुत गौर लिया। लेने के बाद हमारा डिपार्टमेंट ने ऑरेंज रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट नागपुर से एक एक्सपर्ट टीम बुलाया। हमने लोहित डिस्ट्रिक्ट में पूरा इसका जांच पड़ताल की है। इसका कहना है this declinations of orange production is not because of the any other regions but only for the two regions. One, maintenance बहुत poor है, हम इसको ग्रास सफा नहीं कर रहा है और फर्टिलाइजर जो कि उनको थोड़ा मेन्यू देना चाहिए टाइमली वो नहीं हो रहा है, पानी देना चाहिए वो नहीं हो रहा है। एक रीजन इन्होंने दिया। देन दूसरा रीजन दिया है ये एज फैक्टर का भी बात है, चाहे एनिमल हो या प्लांट हो,
हर चीज का एक एज लिमिट होता है, खास करके साइट्रस प्लांट का 30 से लेके 40 साल तक का ही उम्र होती है। अगर जगह सही रहा 40 से स्लाइटली ऊपर चल सकता है, और जगह सही नहीं रहा 30 से नीचे में भी प्लांट खराब होने का चांस रहता है। तो इसीलिए हमने ICAR बासर का टीम को भी बुलाया, इन्हें से भी अध्ययन करवाया। करवाने के बाद वो भी सेम रीजन दिया है, देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग विथ इट, एज फैक्टर है, मेंटेनेंस चाहिए। तो अल्टीमेटली हम लोग ने डिपार्टमेंट वाला सजेस्ट किया है कि जितना ऑरेंज ग्रो है, कम से कम एनुअली एक रोटेशनल हिसाब से आप लोग ऑरेंज प्लांट का नीचे में फर्टिलाइजर दिया जाए। और उसको सपोर्ट करने के लिए हम लोग प्रधानमंत्री कृषि सिंचाई योजना के माइक्रो इरिगेशंस का तहत जो जो उन लोग ने काम कर रहे हैं, बागान बना रहे हैं, उन लोग को वहाँ से भी सब्सिडी का रूप में हम लोग ने दिया है, ताकि कहीं कहीं पे वाटर टेबल आगे कम हो गया तो ड्रिप इरिगेशंस का थ्रू से उन लोग को जिंदा रखे। उसका अलावा किस हिसाब से फर्टिलाइजर देना चाहिए, सरकार आपके द्वार का तहत हर फार्मर्स को हम लोग ने फर्टिलाइजर भी दे रहे हैं और ट्रेनिंग भी दे रहे हैं कि किस हिसाब से अप्लाई करना चाहिए। नाउ अल्टीमेट सजेशन फ्रॉम द डिपार्टमेंट साइट इज दैट कि जिसका ऑरेंज पाम है जो 25 साल से ऊपर हो गया, प्लीज काइंडली आप लोग रीप्लांट जो बीच बीच में है, चौथा प्लांट शुरू कर दीजिए। आपका भी 40 साल होने के बाद मरने का तय है, तो उसी सो दैट गार्डन खाली ना हो, 4 या 5 साल का अंदर में जो पुराना ट्री को हम आउट करते हैं तो नया ट्री जिंदा हो जाए, तो रीप्लांटेशन इज ओनली द सॉल्यूशन। थैंक यू अध्यक्ष जी।
Start question number 42, Sri Tapuk Tapuk.
Honorable Speaker, sir, my supplement question number 42, start question. Reply received from Honorable Chief Minister, sir. Sir, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, जो रोड कनेक्टिविटी का बारे में आज का टॉप प्रायोरिटी जो डेवलपमेंट एजेंडा रोड कनेक्टिविटी है। अभी हमारा प्रदेश में ट्रांस हाईवे 4 लाइन 2 लाइन्स एंड लिंक रोड पूरा डेवलपमेंट काफ़ी जारी है। तो सर मेरा यही क्वेश्चन दिया है कि हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में हेडक्वार्टर सेप्पा से 23 विलेज मेरा अंदर में कवरेज है, जिसमें 2 GPC आज तक बसे हुए हैं। रेस्ट जो है जितना है सब PMGY का थ्रो से रोड पूरा बन गया है। उसके लिए मैं चीफ मिनिस्टर को धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा। लेकिन सर 2 बस्ती जो है 2 GPC, ये लास्ट 3 ईयर से मेरा प्रपोजल सबमिट करते गया और सर आपने कमिटमेंट भी दिया है, लेकिन आज तक इसका आउटकम नहीं आ रहा है। तो ये 2 बस्ती का सर पब्लिक जो है काफ़ी डेलीगेशन आके उस रोड के लिए काफ़ी दुख व्यक्त करता है, क्योंकि 22-23 विलेज में सब रोड आ गया है। सारा गाड़ी पहुंच गया, स्कूटी पहुंच गया, मोटरसाइकिल पहुंच गया, लेकिन ये 2 बस्ती सर आज तक फूड में चल रहा है, जिसके लिए काफ़ी ये लोग दुख करता है कि क्यों हमको आज तक रोड नहीं दिया है। आप सबको रोड दिया है, हमको क्यों नहीं दिया। तो उसको लेके अब यहाँ आपका लीडरशिप में प्रपोजल सबमिट सर, तो ये 2 बस्ती का पब्लिक आज बहुत मेरा ऊपर में नाराज है, क्योंकि अभी 2 साल इलेक्शन है, 3 साल चला गया, आपने रोड नहीं दिया, आपको बोझ नहीं मारेगा, इस तरह का पूरा आवाज़ आ रहा है। तो इसलिए सर, चलो हमको बोझ नहीं देगा, लेकिन दुख तो सर सरकार का ऊपर में भी बोलेगा कि क्यों हमको आप छोड़ा हुआ है। तो इसलिए मैं आशा करता हूँ सर, इस प्रपोजल को आप इस सदन में तो आपसे कुछ एश्योरेंस सुनना चाहूँगा। थैंक यू सर।
ऑनरेबल स्पीकर सर, जो स्टार्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 42 श्री तपक तकू जी ने जो यहाँ पे रखा है,
ये ऑनरेबल मेंबर आपका माइक बंद कर दीजिए, माइक बंद कर।
स्टार्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 42 श्री मेंबर श्री तपक तकू ने जो यहाँ पे रखा है, इनका ये डिमांड तो काफ़ी पुराना डिमांड है, ये हम भी एक्नॉलेज करते हैं। मैं सिपा में जब टूर में गया था तो हमको मेमोरेंडम के रूप में भी इस दोनों गांव के लिए सबमिट किया है, एक सेपा टू दोनी गांव और दूसरा सेपा टू नरिंगवा और सिरोवा और लई मोया। तो इनका कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में वैसे इन्होंने खुद भी बोला है कि आउट ऑफ 23 बाकी पूरा हो गया, केवल ये मेजर जो 2 गांव है और 2 जीपीसी एरिया उनका अभी तक अनकनेक्टेड है। और वैसे इन जनरल अभी सब जगह रोड जो है ऑलरेडी मेंबर तपक तकू जी ने भी कहा, ये हमारा गवर्नमेंट और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का प्रायोरिटी एरिया है पहले कनेक्टिविटी देने के लिए। तो अभी अरुणाचल में ऐसे और भी कहीं सारा गांव है जो आज भी अनकनेक्टेड है। तो हम लोगों का गवर्नमेंट का बिल्कुल कोशिश है कि जितने भी जो अनकनेक्टेड विलेज है अक्रॉस प्रदेश, इनको आने वाला दिनों में हम लोग फेज मैनर में डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दी फंड अवेलेबिलिटी, उसका आधार पर हम लोग उसको ज़रूर हम लोग कनेक्शन हम लोग देंगे रोड का। और आप लोगों के इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए हम ये भी बताना चाहेगा कि जो दोनी गांव जो जीपीसी एरिया है, कुल मिला के उसका पॉपुलेशन भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा है, करीबन 500 अप्रोक्सीमेटली पॉपुलेटेड एरिया है। और दूसरा जो नरिंगवा जो जीपीसी एरिया है उसका करीबन 700 पॉपुलेशन एरिया है। तो पॉपुलेशन वाइज भी ये थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा पॉपुलेटेड एरिया है, तो ज़रूर इसको आने वाला में हम ज़रूर टेकअप करेंगे।
क्वेश्चन नंबर 59 श्री कारिको।
माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर, पीच इन वाटर सप्लाई का जवाब संतोषजनक है, फिर भी थोड़ा सा सप्लीमेंट आपका माध्यम से करना चाहूँगा। सर, आपको मालूम है तेजू वन ऑफ द ओल्डेस्ट टाउन है। जब 1970s में अरुणाचल में 5 डिस्ट्रिक्ट था, उस समय से अरुणाचल लोहित डिस्ट्रिक्ट था, उसका हेडक्वार्टर है। तो बाद में लोहित डिस्ट्रिक्ट से 3-4 डिस्ट्रिक्ट और बाइफर्केट हो गया। तो अभी ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर, अब हमारे तेजू में विजिट किया था 2 टाइम्स, 23-24 जनवरी 2020 एक बार विजिट किया, सेकेंड टाइम ऑन वे टू अंजाव 9 अप्रैल 2021 आप विजिट किया। दोनों टाइम में वाटर सप्लाई के लिए हम लोग ने डिस्कस किया, आपने साइट देखा और आप पूरा संतोष हुआ कि तेजू में सचमुच का पानी का किलर है, तकलीफ है। अभी हम लोग का 5.89 MLD मिल रहा है हम लोग को पानी, जो प्रेजेंट सोर्स है, लेकिन अभी हम लोग का 2 MLD जैसा हम लोग को शॉर्ट पड़ रहा है। इससे हम लोग का वाटर टैंकर्स यूज़ करना पड़ रहा है सर, आपका नॉलेज के लिए, जिसमें गवर्नमेंट एक्सपेंडिचर्स इंक्रीज हो रहा है। और साइड बाय साइड जो पॉपुलेशन बेस हम लोग देखने से 23,000 पॉपुलेशन अप्रॉक्सीमेट अभी टाउनशिप का अंदर में, लेकिन हमारा पास में तेजू टाउनशिप में फ्लोटिंग पॉपुलेशन बहुत है, क्योंकि अंजाव में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट होता है, उधर बिजनेस होता है। तो ऑल अंजाव का जितना भी हम लोग का भाई बहन लोग तेजू में रेन हाउस, कमर्शियल बिल्डिंग्स, ऐसे करके इस्टेब्लिशमेंट होता है। साथ साथ नियर बाय कैचमेंट एरिया में जितना भी डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स है, तेजू में रेन हाउस वगैरह बना रहा है। और साथ बाय साथ एयरपोर्ट आपने गवर्नमेंट ने डेवलप कर दिया। एयरपोर्ट डेवलप होने से उधर में भी पानी का बहुत ये हो गया। फिर अगेन इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज स्टार्ट होने जा रहा है अभी। उधर में स्टूडेंट्स का नंबर बढ़ेगा, फैकल्टीज का नंबर बढ़ेगा, स्टाफ्स का नंबर बढ़ेगा। उसके बाद में और भी हम लोग का यहाँ पानी का प्रॉब्लम होने जा रहा है। और जब भी मानसून सीजन होता है तो तेजू में पीने का पानी बहुत तकलीफ चल रहा है। तो मैं लास्ट टाइम जब हम लोग आपका साथ में रात का महफिल में हम लोग बैठा था, तो आप लोग हमको रिक्वेस्ट किया था गाना गाना पड़ेगा बोला है। तो मैं बोला एक ही शर्त पे मैं गाना गाऊंगा, तेजू को पानी दीजिए। तो पानी के लिए 3 गाना गाया था। वो गाना को भी मत भूल दीजिएगा आप लोग, बहुत मुश्किल से गाया था। तो काइंडली मैंने इसको आपने 2022-23 बोला है। पिछले बार डीपीआर्स, ग्राउंड सर्वे, एवरीथिंग हो चुका है काम। कुछ मैंने अनसीन एक्सपेंडिचर्स गवर्नमेंट का बजट से दूसरा तरीका से भी काम खर्चा हो चुका है, लेकिन अभी नहीं आने से हम लोग के लिए बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है। आप ये अकोमोडेशन वाटर सप्लाई एट तेजू टाउनशिप फेज 2 जैसे कर भी कर दीजिए। ऐसे तो रिप्लाई में बहुत अच्छा लगा, फिर भी सर आपका मुख से हम थोड़ा सा धन्यवाद सर।
Honorable Speaker, sir, through you, मैं ऑनरेबल मेंबर को आश्वासन देना चाहूँगा कि आपका तो मधुर गाना व्यर्थ में नहीं जाएगा। हम बहुत अच्छा से आपका गाना सुना है और आपका तकलीफ को भी हमने देखा है। रियली तेजू का वाटर सप्लाई प्रॉब्लम बहुत डिलैपिडेटेड कंडीशन में है और बहुत पुराना इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, और उसके लिए हम लोग बहुत गंभीरता से ये ऑनरेबल सीएम और ऑनरेबल डिप्टी सीएम सर को भी हम अप्रेज किया है। थोड़ा देर पहले भी हम अप्रेज किया है, और अभी भी हमारा पीएचई डिपार्टमेंट का तरफ से बहुत ज़ोर से हम लोग टेकअप कर रहा है प्लानिंग और फाइनेंस का साथ में, और जब वहाँ से क्लियर होगा ज़रूर आपका समस्या हल होगा। थैंक यू।
The question hour is over. Honorable members, I have received a request from Srimati Julu Duri for leave of absence from 14th to 15th of March, and I have allowed her. Now, the Deputy Chief Minister and Minister in charge of Finance may present the supplementary demand for grant for the year 2021-22.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to present the supplementary demands for grants for the year 2021-22.
The supplementary demands for grants for the year 2021-2022 stands presented. It will be taken up for discussion, voting on 16th March 2020. The Deputy Chief Minister and Minister in charge of Finance may now present the budget estimate and annual financial statement for the year 2022-23 and deliver the budget speech. So,
thanks to Governor Abdul.
सब बोलेगा सब
Honorable Speaker, sir, I rise to present the annual budget for the year 2022-23. It is my privilege to present this annual budget during the Golden Jubilee year of Arunachal Pradesh and Amrit Mahotsav of India's independence. As observed by the Honorable Governor, it provides us an opportunity to celebrate our past and plan for the future. As a humble tribute to the contribution of the founding fathers of Arunachal Pradesh to its development journey we have decided that one government institute will be named after every member of the agency council at the time Arunachal Pradesh gained its political identity. At the outset, Honorable Speaker, sir, I would like to thank honorable members of this august House for giving valuable leadership to manage the COVID pandemic. I also thank citizens of Arunachal Pradesh for their wholehearted support during these troubled times. If we continue to walk in the same whole of society spirit, we will definitely achieve our development goals. The pandemic has taught us many lessons. I have tried to assimilate our collective experience in this budget as building blocks so as to make Arunachal future ready. The present building block is governance reforms and prudent financial management so that the fruits of our efforts reach the last person. The second building block is sustained investment in the health sector. On this front, our state, under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Shri Pema Khanduji, deserves wholehearted appreciation. We converge resources of worth rupees 450 crore for massive upgradation of the health infrastructure in the state. The third building block is going to be the continued investment in human capital, particularly in view of our young population. Last year, we announced Mission Shiksha, through which we initiated a multi-pronged strategy to modernize school infrastructure and improve quality education. The fourth important building block is going to be our emphasis on Atmanirbhar Arunachal. When the entire world was grappling with the unprecedented pandemic, our visionary Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji gave a clarion call of Atmanirbhar Bharat, and we firmly believe that we can contribute majorly to these efforts. The fifth building block in the post-pandemic period will be synergy and convergence. Converging resources and activities have remained a focus of our government during the last financial year. We would continue to act synergistically to ensure multiply effect in all we do. The sixth building block is our focus on environment protection and climate resilience. Arunachal emerged as the first state in the country and possibly among the first sub-national efforts globally to affirm its commitment on climate change responsive and resilient action through the Packet Declaration. Honorable Speaker, sir, I am pleased to share that our state has been adjudged the most improved small state in the category of infrastructure and governance by a leading media group. This indicates that we successfully turned stress posed by pandemic into opportunities for reforms and development. Last year, when I delivered my budget speech, the country was going through the most troubled times. The global economy was in deep recession, while the Indian economy witnessed a contraction of 7%. However, under the able guidance of Honorable Prime Minister of India, Honorable Union Minister successfully navigated the Indian economy through this severe storm. Today, we are looking forward to a near 9% growth, which clearly indicates a sharp V-shaped recovery and emergence of India as the fastest growing large economy in the world. Let us now turn to the current financial situation of Arunachal Pradesh. The gross state domestic product, or GSDP, was estimated at rupees 26,365 crore. In budget estimate, or BE of 2021-22, and rupees 29,372 crore in revised estimate or RE of 2021-22 at current prices as per the communication received from the Ministry of Finance. Normally, while preparing the budget estimate of a financial year, we consider the GSDP communicated by the Ministry of Finance. Since the GDP of the year 2022-23 is yet to be communicated, the GSDP of RE 2021-22, that is rupees 29,372 crore, is taken into consideration for preparation of BE 2022-23. During 2021-22, the share of central taxes as per Union Budget 2021-22 was estimated at rupees 11,693.94 crore. I am pleased to state that the same has been enhanced to rupees 13,062.50 crore in revised estimate for the current financial year 2021-22. This is an increase of 11.7%. I extend my sincere thanks to Honorable Union Minister of Finance for additional allocation of share of central tax to the tune of rupees 1,368.56 crore in revised estimate of 2021-22. This enhancement has been a wholesome, welcome news after a hiatus of 2 years. Further, I welcome the initiative of Honorable Union Minister of Finance for front-loading the installment of share of central taxes for timely distribution to the states. In the budget estimate of 2022-23, we are projecting revenue receipt of rupees 24,253.54 crore and capital receipts of rupees 1,858.9 crore, making total receipt of rupees 26,111.63 crore, which is 15.64 crore% higher than the total estimated receipt 22,581 crore in BE 2021-22. The total receipts increased to rupees 26,131 crore in revised estimate of 2021-22. Our share of central taxes has been pegged at rupees 14,348.54 crore as per Union Budget 2022-23. It is a significant 10% more than the RE 2021-22. In addition, we have projected state's own tax revenue at rupees 2,090 crore. The non-tax revenue for 2022-23 is estimated at rupees 935 crore. Thus, our total estimated state's own revenue generation is rupees 3,025 crore during 2022-23, which is also 10% more than the RA 2021-22. In the budget estimate of 2022-23, we are projecting revenue expenditure of rupees 18,201.55 crore as against the budget estimate of rupees 5,344.32 crore in 2021-22. The revenue expenditure is estimated at rupees 17,695.89 crore in revised estimate of 2021-22. The budget estimate of 2022-23, the capital in the budget estimate of 2022-23, the capital expenditure including loan component is estimated at rupees 7,507.81 crore as against budget estimate of rupees 6,968.68 crore in 2021-22, which is an increase of 7.74%. The capital expenditure is estimated at rupees 8,014.01 crore in revised estimate of 2021-22. The focus of the government has been and will be on increasing capital expenditure to create socially and economically productive assets for accelerated development of the state. In terms of expenditure strategy, we are committed to meet the fiscal deficit targets laid down in the Arunachal Pradesh Fiscal Responsibilities and Budget Management Act 2006, which was amended from time to time. based on the recommendations of respective finance commission. Our fiscal deficit was estimated at 2.19% of the GSDP in BE 2021-22 and pegged at 2.55% of GSDP in revised estimate of 2021-20. For the financial year 2022-23, we are able to keep the fiscal deficit at an estimated 2.20% of GSDP, which is not only within the norms of fiscal deficit target laid down in the Arunachal Pradesh Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act 2006, but also almost the same level as BE 2021-22. We need to work in a coordinated manner to increase the financial resource base of our state. Our state's own tax and non-tax revenue contribute around 10% to the overall budget. I'm pleased to inform that districts of Itanagar Capital Complex and Anjao have witnessed growth in revenue, and as such, I have allotted a total of rupees 20 lakhs to these deputy commissioners under untied fund. I ask the other deputy commissioners to focus on this area. I'm happy to mention here that our share of capital expenditure to the total expenditure has been consistently above the national average and the highest in the Northeast region. This indicates that we have successfully channelized our resources on return-yielding capital works. I'm pleased to inform that Arunachal Pradesh has been successful in ensuring prudent fiscal management throughout the pandemic. In spite of huge reduction in available resources in the last 2 financial years, we did not compromise on basic development schemes, and not even once did we default in honoring our committed liabilities such as salaries, wages, and loan repayments. I'm happy to inform that through meticulous planning and allocation of resources, in the last 2 years, we could allocate rupees 1,800 crore for schemes under all SIDF, additional RE, CCI, SPA, and other such projects. We also cleared all pending demands under centrally sponsored schemes worth more than rupees 3,200 crore. We can now confidently approach the new financial year with sufficient financial space due to significantly reduced level of carry forward liabilities. We believe in participatory approach of governance. Through the Jan Bhagidari portal and one-to-one meetings with many stakeholders, we received several useful productive suggestions. We will be felicitating the top 3 suggestions today. Honorable Speaker, sir, our culture is our pride. Carrying forward the ancient and time immemorial traditions of our ancestors, we are the proud tribal communities of Arunachal Pradesh, inhabiting the beautiful land for centuries. No other region in the world would have such culturally rich tribes coexisting peacefully as one. We are indeed one of the biggest repositories of diverse languages and cultures. During my last budget speech, I mentioned about the need for accepting modernity while adhering to the traditions. The fact that I am speaking on this aspect before elaborating on other development issues indicates the singular importance of the matter. Honorable members, each one of us has the responsibility to preserve our rich tribal and indigenous culture, without which our prosperity will not lead to happiness. The Department of Indigenous Affairs was established to promote, preserve, and nurture our cultural heritage. I'm happy to mention that resource allocation for this department was significantly enhanced to rupees 42 crore in 21-22. We will continue to we will continue with high levels of allocation on various projects under this department. Much of our traditional knowledge, history, social unity, and value system is reflected in priestly chanting. In the last budget, I had announced that government will provide an honorarium to registered indigenous priests. I'm happy to inform that we have registered over 3,000 priests. I propose to increase the allocation for honorarium to registered indigenous priests to rupees 4 crore. Nubu Nigam Yarko Gurukul School in East Kameng has captured the popular imagination. In 21-22, we provided rupees 3 crore for establishment of 2 indigenous schools. We will establish an indigenous Gurukul school in Wada Bagang village, Chiangtajo in East Kameng in the coming year. For establishing 2 more such indigenous learning school, I propose to allocate a sum of rupees 3 crore. In 21-22, we received rupees 4 crore for establishing indigenous prayer centers. I'm happy to propose a significantly enhanced allocation of rupees 10 crore for the same this year, along with allocating rupees 3 crore for construction of tribal cultural center. I propose rupees 8 crore for comprehensive upgradation of the Siddharth Vihar Community Hall in Itanagar. We will also establish a Doni Polo Kumko in Pasighat, for which I propose to separately earmark rupees 2 crore. Arunachal Pradesh is a treasure house for folklore, folk song, traditional medicine, spiritual healing system, innate knowledge of mountains, rivers, topography, and medicinal plants. Serious efforts are required to preserve, document, and digitize this rich knowledge for the sake of future generations. The Department of Indigenous Affairs has taken up the project of documenting the cultural heritage of Adi, Nisi, Wancho, Nokte, and Tangsa tribes in the first phase. We will further strengthen this initiative. It is a matter of pride for us that Research Institute of World's Ancient Tradition, Cultures and Heritage, known as ReWatch, situated in Rowing, is emerging as the leading cultural research institute linking vibrant and living cultures with sustainable prosperity. It has been making remarkable contribution to promote study and research in culture, ethnic life, traditions, mother tongues, and sustainability. The government of Arunachal Pradesh would continue to partner with such organizations for preservation and enrichment of our culture. Honorable Speaker, sir, governance reforms and prudent financial management will guide us in the coming year. To co-win, the co-win app through which India conducted the world's biggest vaccination program proved that with adoption of high technology, we can overcome all bottlenecks and reach the last citizen. It is a matter of pride for all of us that our Honorable Chief Minister Pema Khanduji has taken up the mission of governance reforms in Arunachal Pradesh as an article of faith. Through adoption of modern management and technological tools in governance, we would continue to improve ease of living so that no citizen is left behind. 100% implementation of e-office in civil secretariat is nothing but a miracle. My sincere thanks goes to all the government officials for making it possible at the fastest possible speed. Establishment of Arunachal Pradesh Staff Selection Board and completely re-engineering the same with initial hiccup indicate strong political will of this government for reforms and bringing in an era of transparency and efficiency. The board has made us proud by successfully conducting many examinations and has emerged as a role model in the country. Honorable Speaker, sir, I, on behalf of all the legislators, thank you for launching e-assembly module. I also thank Honorable Chief Minister for launching the e-cabinet module. With the implementation of e-Abkari, the excise collection has become easier and business-friendly. The ease of doing business portal covering 10 districts in the first phase is now live. Honorable Chief Minister deserves appreciation for adopting e-Pragati for choosing monitoring of projects. I'm confident all the departments will expeditiously implement priority projects taken up in e-Pragati reviews. The electronic payment system launched by the Department of Power in 9 towns have been received well, with 14,000 customers joining this platform. Immense benefit to the citizens are accruing through these initiatives. I therefore take this opportunity to announce that government has decided to observe the year 2022-23 as year of e-governance. We will take up the 2 e-governance projects to commemorate the year 2022. These projects covering government to government and government to citizen interface, once implemented, would bring in total quality management and concept in governance. Honorable members, under this e-governance initiative, we will implement e-application, e-telemedicine, hospital management information system, e-Seva portal, e-learning, e-Atmanirbhar Arunachal portal, e-indigenous cultural portal, community radio, digital cafe in every government library with e-Granthalaya, digital connectivity to all administrative headquarters, digital connectivity to higher secondary and secondary schools, CM dashboard, e-monitoring and e-geotagging, e-office in districts and directorates, e-human resource management system, including e-annual performance appraisal report, e-treasury and integrated finance management system, e-ILP, e-DBT, e-Shakti, e-CCTNS, 4G to 1,683 villages, and e-Pragati with web portal and mobile app. Honorable Speaker, sir, we have already started our journey to achieve the 22 goals. I propose to make an allocation of rupees 22 crore to carry out the above e-governance initiatives. Improving Sustainable Development Goals or SDG score is synonymous with improvement in development. Therefore, the state government has announced SDG trophy to create healthy competition amongst the districts. Honorable Speaker, sir, this year we will expand the scope of our training initiative of Arunachal Pradesh civil service officers and other state government officers for induction as well as in-service training. I propose to allocate rupees 5 crore for the same. Space application have immense utility in Arunachal Pradesh, as majority of our area is remote, mountainous, and difficult to access. Remote sensing can be used for effective planning of resources in such areas, for which I am earmarking rupees 5 crore. I also propose to provide an initial allocation of rupees 7 crore to the Department of Science and Technology for taking up innovative projects. The state government has decided to use drones for the social impact, since effective utilization of this emerging technology can help in improving various aspects of governance. Also, mainstreaming of this technology will create several skilled jobs that did not exist in the recent past. For example, drone pilots, maintenance, software, and logistic technicians. This new initiative will be implemented by various departments, and I'm happy to make a provision of rupees 50 lakhs each for the Department of Agriculture, Horticulture, Health and Family Welfare and Forest and Environment and Climate Change respectively. With a view to expand financial inclusion, it is my pleasure to announce that the state government will make payment of rupees 330 per annum per subscriber for all contingency workers, casual laborers and auxiliary labor corps or ALCs working with state government and aged between 18 to 50 years for providing life insurance cover of rupees 2 lakhs under the Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. Additionally, government will pay rupees 12 per annum per subscriber for an accident cover of rupees 2 lakhs in case of death and rupees 1 lakh for partial disability under the Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana for all contingency workers, casual laborers and ALCs working with the state government. Honorable Speaker, sir, we feel sincerely that for 30 or more years of dedicated service to the people and government of this state, timely payment of pensionary benefit is owed to government servant. With this view, I propose to introduce an online payment management system for ease of management of the pension and other pensionary benefits which are due to the retired government servant and eligible family members. A fund of rupees 1 crore has been proposed for this. Government of Arunachal Pradesh has established Arunachal Pradesh Innovation and Investment Promotion Park, which is the first of its kind of facility. We have incubated 31 startups this year and propose to incubate many more. To further harness bright ideas, I'm happy to announce Arunachal Pradesh startup policy through which we would provide assistance to young entrepreneurs to ideate and build their startups. I propose an allocation of rupees 10 crore to implement these initiatives. With more than 400 successful entrepreneurs accepting for their business, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Swalambhan Yojana has emerged as a popular flagship scheme for the state. I am happy to inform that, encouraged by the response from young entrepreneurs, I propose to jump in allocation of rupees 50 crore for subsidy under this scheme, which will lead to an investment of rupees 125 crore. I propose increase the untied fund at the disposal of deputy commissioners from current level of rupees 50 lakhs to rupees 75 lakhs. I suggest that deputy commissioners take up innovative projects to ensure no citizen is left behind. In a significant step in the history of strengthening grassroots democracy in the state, our government has developed powers to the Panchayati Raj Institute, or PRIs, in 29 subjects. The devolution of power is based on sustainable, participatory, inclusive, comprehensive, and empowerment, or SPICE formula that has evolved after several brainstorming sessions with stakeholders. The government is committed to provide 10% of state-owned tax revenue to the PRIs to enable our local bodies to undertake local area development. I am happy to propose an allocation of rupees 123 crore for the PRIs in Arunachal Pradesh. Honorable Speaker, sir, sustaining investment in health is key to progress towards universal health coverage. I would like to thank all the honorable MLAs, PRI members, community-based organizations, youth association, NGOs, spiritual and religious leaders for the excellent cooperation with the government during the ongoing pandemic. Due to our collective efforts, the state recorded the second lowest mortality rate in the country, with the recovery rate of consistently being over 99%. With the kind permission from Honorable Speaker, and the selfless volunteerism of honorable MLAs, a dedicated COVID hospital was established in MLA apartment at Chimpu, where 1,538 indoor patients have treated so far. This dedicated COVID hospital at Chimpu, managed by TRIMS, did a tremendous job in saving lives and mitigating hardship of the COVID-19 affected patients. And I must say that the professional treatment, care and services provided by this hospital match the best in the country. With the cooperation of the Legislative Assembly, the government has decided to convert the MLA quarters into a separate specialty hospital when the pandemic is over. The hospital at Chimpu will have 4 separate centers of maternal and child health, ophthalmology, tertiary cancer care, and sports medicine and physical rehabilitation. I thank Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji for the courageous and generous decision to provide COVID-19 vaccines free of cost to all eligible categories. The state has administered a total of 16.5 lakh doses of COVID vaccines so far, contributing to the national efforts, which is the largest immunization program in the world. And these globally acknowledged efforts have not only helped to lower the risks of severe diseases and mortality, but also resulted in a sharp V-shaped economy recovery. The 108 ambulance service was launched on 21st June 2021, the International Day of Yoga, with 84 basic life support ambulances. Out of the 2,167 cases that have been solved, 519 were pregnancy and 166 were cardiac cases. The average response time from call to scene is 15 minutes 30 seconds in rural areas and 13 minutes 13 seconds in urban areas. Due to large geographical areas of our state, the average kilometer per patient covered is 183 kilometers. To add to the fleet of the much appreciated and needed ambulance services, I am proposing a specific allocation of ₹6 crore for provision of additional 2 patient transport ambulance in each district to be placed at the disposal of the district medical officers. Inform the honorable members that from 33% human resource gap with respect to the sanctioned posts, we have managed to reduce the overall shortfall in human resources for health to just 6% in our state. Speaking to health human resources, you may be aware that there is a need for nursing professionals across the world, particularly in Japan. As such, I propose to earmark an initial provision of ₹50 lakhs for engaging Japanese instructors in all our nursing schools and colleges on contractual basis. The government is upgrading 18 district hospitals in the state with an amount of ₹250 crore. ₹250 crore, and the work is progressing rapidly. It gives me satisfaction to announce that in the coming financial year 2022-23, 16 identified primary health center or PHCs and community health center or CHCs will be upgraded, one each in every constituency, into model units to be called Golden Jubilee PHCs and CHCs. First this end, I propose to earmark an amount of ₹30 crore. The Bakin Patin General Hospital at Pasighat is one of the oldest hospitals in the state, providing valuable services to the people. The government has decided to upgrade the hospital, and I propose to allocate a sum of ₹20 crore to initiate the upgradation work in the upcoming year. In order to share the workload of dreams We will build a 40-bedded district hospital with a maternal and child wing at Doimuk at a cost of rupees 10 crore. I also propose to increase the grants in aid to trim from the current level of rupees 28 crore to rupees 40 crores. Our government envisions transformation of the casualty rooms in all general and district hospital into state-of-art emergency care centers. In order to launch this initiative aimed at providing quality, accessible and affordable emergency care, I propose to earmark an amount of rupees 2.5 crore under the new to be called Chief Minister's Health Emergency Life Protection Service or CM Helps. Honorable Speaker, sir, concerned about the growing menace of drugs addiction in the state, the government has adopted Arunachal Pradesh policy on psychoactive substance 2021 for coordinated efforts. Under the harm reduction pillar of the multi-pronged strategy, we will establish state-of-art treatment and rehabilitation center at Namsai, Itanagar and Bomdila. I propose to increase the allocation of Chief Minister's Nasha Mukti Abhiyan from rupees 4 crore to rupees 15 crore for this purpose. Honorable Speaker, sir, through you Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, through you I would request honorable members of this August House to take up this agenda as a mission in your areas and lead the communities in collectively fighting the menace. Honorable Speaker, sir, continued investment in human capital is the surest way to unlock the unlimited potential of our youth. We had observed the year 2021-22 as the year of education and initiated Mission Shiksha. Our objective is to ingrain the crucial importance of education in shaping individuals as well as societies. In fact, every year we should collectively remind ourselves of our commitment to the education and skilling of our children and youth for a progressive, modern, innovative and Atmanirbhar Arunachal. With focus on improving quality education, infrastructure is being developed in our schools and colleges. In the year 2021-22, our planned target was to provide rupees 1,000 crore to the education sector. I'm happy to inform that we ended up investing rupees 1,330 crore, which is much higher than our initial target. The expenditure on education sector is 11.34% of total planned expenditure. Taking a peg from the success story in the health sector, we have decided to converge state and central resources to the tune of rupees 500 crore to upgrade infrastructure in 50 identified government schools under the Golden Jubilee Model School Program. Additionally, the Government of India would be investing more than rupees 500 crore in 12 Ekalavya Model Residential Schools under the Ministry of Tribal Affairs and 8 other model residential schools under Ministry of Minority Affairs in Arunachal Pradesh over a period of time. Honorable Speaker, sir, the government would proactively work on early operationalization of Arunachal University at Pasighat. I propose to earmark rupees 5 crore as grants in aid to the university. I am also happy to earmark rupees 2 crore to provide buses, high-mast lights, and furnishing of auditorium in Rajiv Gandhi University at Itanagar. I am pleased to announce Mukhyamantri Shiksha course of rupees 7 crore for higher secondary and secondary schools, which will provide needed fund at the disposal of the school principals to deal with the urgent issues of shortage of subject teachers and minor repairs. I take pleasure in announcing Mukhyamantri Champion Fund to create school champion by holding school level competitions like essay, elocution, drawing, painting, story writing, quizzes and sports event. I propose to allocate rupees 3 crore for this. Further, I make up to make up the loss of education due to COVID-19. I propose to start catch-up course in all classes and make an allocation of rupees 5 crore for the same. In order to encourage academic excellence at the school level, I intend to provide laptop to 10 district toppers of class 10 and class 12 each from the government school. We have also decided that an award of rupees 2 lakh would be given for securing admission in IITs, IIMs, AIMS and NLUs under the Golden Jubilee Meritorious Students Awards scheme. The government proposes to establish a residential school for the children of the Purohit community to provide quality education at an estimated cost of rupees 2 crore. There have been many local level initiatives to promote reading habits in our students. One such movement is called Bambusa Library Movement in Lohit. This was started in a humble bamboo structure in the year 2005 by the district administration and pioneered by a dedicated social worker, Padma Shri Satyanarayan Mundayurji. He is known as Musa Uncle to his students. I have been personally associated with this movement since its inception. As a token of our appreciation, I propose to earmark rupees 50 lakhs as grants in aid to Bambusa Library to further strengthen this movement. I ask other districts to come forward and launch similar library movement. Our district and subdivision libraries are our assets. Through you, Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, I ask honorable members to support these libraries by giving leadership as well as financial assistance. This year, I propose to allocate rupees 2 crore for creating an Arun Gyan Kendra as a digital corner in each of the libraries from where the leaders can access to the best of the subscription. The theater play Arunachal Ek Safarnama, recently enacted in the Golden Jubilee celebration by our youth, is a testimony of their talent and creativity. I propose to create a platform to bring such artists together and training for our theater actors, artists and other support technical talent. All of you would agree with me that there is no dearth of talent in our state. With a view to nurture and encourage our youthful and creative talents, I take pleasure in announcing the Arunachal Achievers Award to recognize notable achievements in the field of arts and culture, literature, science, innovation, entrepreneurship, and sports by individual, for which I am making an allocation of rupees 20 lakhs. Arunachal Pradesh Literary Society, or APLS, has emerged as a platform for budding literary responsibilities in the state. Last year, we provided a corpus fund of rupees 1 crore to this society. I provide an additional rupees 1 crore to Arunachal Pradesh Literary Society to support such literary work in future. Girl child is extremely dear to us. Arunachal has a good track record on women empowerment, and the government is committed to further strengthen this effort. The government has decided that an additional rupees 5,000 would be provided as fixed deposit over and above existing 20,000 for the girl child born in Arunachal Pradesh in the Golden Jubilee year under the Dulhari Kanya scheme. The State Commission for Women will be supported will be supported to take up more activities on gender-related issues and for bringing in gender parity. In order to recognize women achievers, we will continue to provide rupees 20 lakh per year and also provide rupees 20 lakh for undertaking exposure visits and educational tours of rural women. To encourage our girls to take technical and skill-based courses in polytechnics and colleges, the government will provide matching grants for apprenticeship to the girls passing out of polytechnics and degree colleges of the state with a fund provision of rupees 30 lakhs. In order to support and handhold the women entrepreneurs, we are providing interest subvention to women entrepreneurs under Deen Dayal Upadhyay Solomon Yojana. Our government would ensure that the women applicants under the Atmanirbhar schemes get preferential treatment. Honorable members, being a sports-loving state, it is heartening to see growing representation of Arunachal Pradesh on the victory podium in various national and international sporting forums. Since 2016, our players have been among the medals tally, bagging 314 goals, 212 silver and 277 bronze medal in various recognized international, national and zonal games. Apart from laurels, sports also bring in a lot of benefits. The productive engagement of youth energy and building healthy citizens also helps in fighting the drug menace. Towards this goal, I'm happy to announce the scheme of Golden Jubilee Multi-Purpose Activity Centers, through which we will develop facilities for open amphitheater, bandstand, roller skating, skateboarding, yoga, futsal, volleyball, basketball hoops, and chess. I propose to initially develop 5 such projects in 5 basins at a cost of rupees 2 crore each. I propose to allocate rupees 5 crore to Sports Academy in Miao. During 2021-22, we provided rupees 5 crore for upgradation of infrastructure of Shanghai Laden Sports Academy. I propose to provide additional 5 crore during the next financial year. I also propose to provide rupees 5 crore for a completion of the Dorji Khandu Badminton Academy. These academies will help to provide scientific coaching and training to the emerging players of the state. I'm happy to mention here that we have provided full allocation for the balanced work of sports stadium at Alo, Teju and Chimpu, which were taken up under special plan assistance of Government of India. I propose to converge the Mukhyamantri Khel Yojana with Deen Dayal Upadhyay Solomon Yojana to encourage unemployed youth to start sports academies, gym, yoga center, and sports club, for which Government of Arunachal Pradesh would provide front-end subsidy. The Golden Jubilee Stadium at Jupia, which was inaugurated on our 36th Statehood Day, is an asset we can be proud of. I propose to allocate rupees 10 crore for the athletic tracks, astroturf football ground, and flood lighting in this stadium. There are sports facility projects in Itanagar. I propose an initial allocation of rupees 5 crore. I propose to construct a multi-purpose center with covered gallery in Nafra with an estimated cost of rupees 8 crore. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, we must strive towards Atmanirbhar Arunachal for generating employment and increasing income. Arunachal has potential to emerge as the natural fruit bowl of the country and also contribute to the nation's food security. This one sector, with proper backward and forward linkages, could change the economic profile of our state. I am proud to recall the quote of our Honorable Prime Minister that Arunachal kiwis are delicious and a must-have in your homes. Last year, during the budget speech, I have announced two path-breaking schemes titled Atmanirbhar Krishi Yojana and Atmanirbhar Bagwani Yojana. We took a major decision to provide front-end subsidy instead of usual norms of back-end subsidy, allocating a sum of rupees 120 crore for the subsidy. This is the first of its kind of scheme in the entire country. I'm happy to inform this August House that these schemes have been a great success. More than 2,500 farmers are farmers under Krishi, more than 3,000 farmers under Bagwani, and more than 600 self-help groups have been availed the benefit under this scheme. It is a heartening sight to witness women group members proudly owning tractors. Motivated by the success and overwhelming response from the farmers and self-help groups, I'm happy to announce a quantum jump in fund allocation under Atmanirbhar Krishi Yojana and Bagwani Yojana by 66% to rupees 200 crore from the current level of rupees 120 crore. Arunachal Pradesh has immense scope for plantation crops like tea, rubber, and areca nut. I'm pleased to announce a new scheme titled Atmanirbhar Plantation Scheme with an allocation of rupees 360 crore for front-end subsidy. Animal husbandry is an integral part of our tribal culture. I'm happy to announce a new scheme called Atmanirbhar Pashupalan Yojana with front-end subsidy allocation of rupees 30 crore. I am also pleased to announce a new scheme titled Atmanirbhar Matsya Palan Yojana and propose to allocate rupees 20 crore for front-end subsidy to promote fisheries sector. Honorable Speaker, sir, these 5 verticals of Atmanirbhar Arunachal, that is Krishi, Bagwani, Plantation, Pashupalan and Matsya Palan, would have a total allocation of rupees 310 crore as front-end subsidy, which will generate a huge consequential investment of rupees 650 crore in the state. This is unprecedented and we hope to completely revolutionize agriculture and allied sector in our state, benefiting our hard-working farmers. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, I propose that 50% of schemes under the above Atmanirbhar Arunachal verticals be earmarked for these self-help groups. I am also happy to announce that a new scheme titled Har Ghar Greenhouse for setting up of bamboo frame greenhouses. Farmers will be encouraged to set up such low-cost greenhouses which cost around 80,000 rupees, 80,000 for 500 square feet size. In the first year, we propose to take up 1,000 such greenhouses. Beekeeping is an important agro-based activity. I propose to provide rupees 2 crore for promoting beekeeping. National Mission on Oil Palm has provided Arunachal and opportunities to contribute our part in lowering the national burden on import of edible oil. This effort by the government is a way of transforming agriculture into a productive venture so as to ensure a vibrant agrarian economy in the state. There is a great demand for fresh vegetables, fruits, eggs, poultry, and such other items for the armed forces. The government has tasked the Arunachal Pradesh Agriculture Marketing Board, or APAMB, to connect our Kisans with our Jawans so that our Kisans can provide fresh products to our Jawan. To achieve this goal, I propose to act as facilitator and aggregator, which will help our farmers tap this new market. I take this opportunity to congratulate Arunachal Pradesh Agriculture Marketing Board for successful launch of kiwi in New Delhi. The government of Arunachal Pradesh has decided to support a similar initiative for which a sum of rupees shall be allocated. Last year, we worked in mission mode to usher in self-help group movement in the state and bring them under institutional credit. Arunachal State Livelihood Mission now covers all 25 districts, including 3 districts of Tirap, Tanglang, and Longdik or TCL. The state government has ensured investment of rupees nearly 14 crore in the form of bank credit provided to the self-help groups. In the Golden Jubilee year, state government has decided to support 500 self-help groups with an amount of rupees 1 lakh each to be maintained as a fixed deposit in their banks. Another Golden Jubilee decision taken by the state government is to support 300 primary level federations with a grant of rupees 2 lakh each for procuring goods transport vehicle. We are blessed with natural skills for producing high quality and beautiful textiles and handicraft. Having launched Vocal for Local movement in Arunachal, we would further enhance its scope. We will be happy to support startup in this sector, and I appeal to the young entrepreneurs to come forward. I propose to provide rupees 2 crore to the Department of Textile and Handicraft as a revolving fund to procure local products. To promote our traditional art, craft, and textile, our movement folks and self-help group have played a pivotal role. They have taken lead in taking such products to the marketplace. To encourage this, I propose a state-of-art exhibition and expo center where our local products can be displayed. I propose a provision of rupees 5 crore for this purpose. Our state is a treasure trove of many unique things. With the initiative of state government, application for geographical indicator to 5 products, namely Khamti rice known as Khautai, Yak Churpi, Apatani textiles, and Tangsai handlooms have already been filed in the registry. We are working on another 5 products, namely Adi Kekir Ginger, Monpa handmade paper, Pancho woodcraft and bead crafts, Nishi handloom textile, and handwoven woolen carpet. Development of hydrocarbon sector in Arunachal Pradesh would be important to increase our resource base and make the state Atmanirbhar. We are working with Government of India to realize the hydrocarbon vision 2030 for Northeast by facilitating exploration and production activities in the state. Recently, we have granted 2 petroleum mining leases and 13 petroleum exploration leases for the exploration and production of hydrocarbon resources in the state. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, soon Itanagar will be connected to the gas grid through the Northeast gas grid projects. It will ensure reliable and uninterrupted natural gas supply to the consumers, which is expected to boost industrial growth while conserving the environment. Hydropower would emerge as our key source of Atmanirbhar Arunachal. Our government has terminated 44 MOAs signed with the private developers and offered these projects to the central PSUs for development. With active support from the state government, NIPCO could commission the 600 megawatt Kameng projects, and a private developer could commission 24 megawatt Dixie project. So it is a matter of pride that more than 60% of hydropower capacity addition in Arunachal has happened during the last 2 years. This year, 2 units of Subansiri Lower projects with 500 megawatt capacity would be commissioned, while the entire projects will be commissioned next year, generating 2,000 megawatt, thereby making it the biggest hydro projects in the country. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, at this juncture, I would like to extend sincere thanks to people of Dibang Valley and Lower Dibang Valley districts for wholeheartedly supporting the resolution of the land acquisition issues for the 2,880 megawatt Dibang multipurpose hydro project executed by NSPC. This has opened the gates for an investment of rupees 30,000 crore, which would result in 600 crore benefit to the state as free power and rupees 60 crore for local area development per year. The entire economic profile of the area would see an upliftment with its investment, creating further economic and employment opportunities. The state has taken a proactive role in and decided to provide necessary skill training to our youngsters at ITI rowing, which will be customized for hydropower sector. This will help them getting employment as and when the vacancies are created. The state and central government have jointly identified 29 slow-moving projects with 32,000 megawatt capacity and decided to hand over these to the central PSUs for a faster execution. This will ensure a massive investment of rupees 4 lakh crore in coming decades, with a creation of significant employment, entrepreneurship, and other economic activities in the state. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, tourism sector has immense potential to emerge as a major source of income for our citizens. Though we received a major setback during the pandemic, we are now ready to ensure recovery and oversee growth of this sector. The Ministry of Tourism, Government of India has sanctioned an amount of rupees 37 crore for development Parshuram Kund as an iconic pilgrimage destination of befitting status under the Pilgrimage Rejuvenation and Spiritual Heritage Augmentation Drive, or known as Prasad Scheme, in order to incentivize our young entrepreneurs to take up activities under tourism sector, including homestays, adventure tourism, and eco-tourist lodges. We had launched Chief Minister's Paryatan Yojana, in which we allocated rupees 4 crore last year. Till date, around 300 entrepreneurs have benefited from this scheme. Motivated by success of this scheme, I propose to double the allocation to rupees 8 crore. I propose to allocate a consolidated amount of rupees 15 crore to the tourism department over and above their normal plan allocation to take up activities like Arunachal tourism village, adventure tourism, eco-tourism, and Himalayan car rally. Our state can be a magnet for attracting film tourism, as we can offer best of the filming destination in the world. We will work intensively to attract the film industry for patronizing Arunachal as a favored filmmaking destination. Honorable Speaker, sir, I strongly believe that working with synergy and convergence is the way forward to build integrated infrastructure for better Arunachal Pradesh. In this regard, through you, sir, I would like to appeal to all honorable members of this August House to support the endeavors of the state government and work hand in hand for the better and brighter Arunachal. Sir, as the popular saying goes, alone one can perhaps go fast, but together we can go far. It is also a fact that alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. As Madam Helen Keller, the famous disability rights advocate and author, once so rightly said, Our state has witnessed an unprecedented growth in infrastructure. Many of our remote areas are now getting connected by all-weather roads. Not long ago, we had to cross many rivers on ferries and sometimes on elephant-back, resort to foot marches to reach our villages. Now we are proud to host best of the road in the country. With launching of Prime Minister Gati Shakti by Honorable Prime Minister, the pace of development of infrastructure in Arunachal Pradesh would further increase, ushering an era of coordinated and standardized approach in infrastructure building would help us achieve our target. The result of our efforts on asset creation are visible today. We have completed construction of major infrastructure projects like District Secretariat at Zero, Outdoor Stadium at Upia and Zero, multi-storied RCC buildings and auditorium for government higher secondary schools at Doporizo, district hospitals at Longding, and many more such projects. Township roads at Sepa, Upia, Basar, Boleng, Hawaii, Khonsa are together targeted for completion. Roads from NS2 to Nari ADC office, double-lane steel arch bridge at Borum, Arunachal guest house at Guwahati, road to Tali ADC headquarters, and steel arch bridge over Kume River on Yangte Tali Road are targeted for completion in the next few months. Honorable members, let's take this opportunity to congratulate our Honorable Chief Minister for taking efforts to travel up to Vijayanagar through extremely difficult trek. It was only because of his faith and leadership the strategically important Miao-Vijayanagar road will also be completed soon. Rural connectivity is one of the key components of Atmanirbhar Arunachal. I propose to allocate ₹60 crore for upkeep of roads constructed under PMGSY. Road construction activities in Subansiri Basin has with roads to Taksin, Huri, Maza, and Nacho being speeded up. Together with Border Road Organization, or BRO, and National Highway and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited, or NSIDCL, we are now constructing around 2,000 lane kilometer per year. The work on strategically important Sela Tunnel and Nechipu Tunnel is moving at a fast pace and is expected to be complete this year. Honorable members, the impact of development of roads on socio-economic life of the people is clearly visible. We have seen a welcome trend of reverse migration, that is, families migrating from towns in the foothills back to their native villages in pristine mountains due to improved connectivity. This year being the Golden Jubilee year, we have taken mission to inaugurate 365 infrastructure projects by infusing sufficient funds to complete and dedicated them to the service of the citizens. The state government is investing heavily on improvement of capital complex road, district headquarter, township road, roads connecting ADC and SDO headquarters, roads connecting CO and ESC headquarters, and construction of state highways under the flagship program called Chief Minister's Comprehensive State Road Development Plan. Due to COVID pandemic, this flagship scheme could not be moved at desired speed. However, I assure this august House that with the anticipated movement in financial position, as the pandemic recedes, the government is committed for time-bound implementation of these flagship schemes. The traffic congestion at Itanagar and Naharlagun is a matter of concern. The first ever underpass has been greatly instrumental in lowering traffic congestion in Itanagar. State government has already approved construction of bridge across Sankey River at Sankey View and the road from Borum Bridge Point to Naharlogan Helipad. I am happy to announce the next year that next year we would take up the road from NH 415 near Railway Bridge to Lekhi to Borum Bridge and construction of two-lane road from NH 415 to Chimpu to NH 415 at Papunala via Julang. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, the total road network to of our twin capital cities is around 330 kilometers, out of which we have taken up 260 kilometers for upgradation. Under phase 1, rupees 100 crore was sanctioned for the total road length of 94 kilometers, which is targeted for completion by September 2022. Some roads with a total length of 27 kilometers are also being taken up under smart city projects. Next financial year, we propose to take up another 60 kilometers of road improvement in capital, and I propose an allocation of rupees 80 crore for the same. With this, we will achieve 87% of fair riding road network in the capital city. For taking up the other projects under capital complex congestion and improvement, I propose to allocate rupees 26 crore. In the year 2020-21, two schemes were taken up for providing connectivity to CO headquarters located in East Tamang district and Lower Subansiri district respectively. I propose to allocate rupees 4.5 crore for 100% completion of these critical roads. Itanagar Jote roads connecting NIT campus has been sanctioned with an estimated cost of rupees 90 crore as the first state highways, and progress is well ahead of stipulated date of completion. I assure allocation of necessary funds commensurate with the progress of work. The double-lane road, namely Changlang Margarita Road, is in dilapidated condition. I propose to allocate rupees 12 crore for its repair and blacktopping. I also propose an allocation of rupees 7.5 crore for construction of 70 meters Bailey Bridge over Subung River on Dosing Pareng Yubuk Road, which was washed away by flood last year. We would construct a jeepable bridge for light motor vehicle on Sejusa Pake Tiger Reserve route with 260 meters span and propose an initial allocation of rupees 5 crore. I propose an initial allocation of 930 crore to the Public Works Department for various projects undertaken by the department. I am confident that as we move ahead in the next financial year, we will be able to provide more resources. We will also be converse available resources from various sources such as NEC, NESIS, and RIDF to complete priority schemes. Air connectivity is important to unlock a region's economic growth potential in this day and age. We have started fixed wings flights connecting Pasighat and Teju to Guwahati. Dear members, I am glad to inform you that the dream of having our own airport is coming into reality very soon, with the Holungi Airport scheduled to be commissioned in 2022. We have worked together to soldier with Government of India on this project, and till date we have invested rupees 175 crore on the external infrastructure development of the Holungi Airport. The airport would emerge as a major logistic hub in the Northeast India. Government would provide state-of-the-art convention center in Holungi, and I propose an allocation of rupees 10 crore for the same. Very soon we will be commencing fixed wings operation connecting many advanced landing grounds or ALGs. Ministry of Civil Aviation has already signed an agreement with Hindustan Aeronautic Limited for leasing 2 aircraft for exclusive operations in Arunachal Pradesh. I am happy to inform that Government of India has agreed in principle for construction of new ALGs at Dirang and development of an old abandoned ALG at Anini for civil and military operation. Further, under the regional connectivity scheme, we would be constructing heliports at Itanagar, Daporizo, Tuting, Walong, Inkyong, and Jiro to enable faster and reliable connections to these locations. I'm happy to inform that we launched the first state-of-the-art premium luxury coaches for the people of Arunachal Pradesh, connecting Itanagar to various destinations. The buses are being operated on a PPP model. This year, we propose to introduce e-buses, and I propose to allocate rupees 5 crore for the same. The state is working closely with Ministry of Railway to develop the railway infrastructure in the state as mentioned by the Honorable Governor in his address. In order to finance the major infrastructure projects in the state, we have established Arunachal Pradesh Infrastructure Finance Authority with a mandate to explore various modalities for funding infrastructure projects. NABARD has been our partner in development for the last 2 decades, and we propose to sign an MOU to take up projects under NABARD Infrastructure Development Agency or NIDA so as to generate additional resources for infrastructure projects. The smart city light along the 4-lane highway from Chandanagar to Papunala has illuminated the township beautifully. This 7 crore project was commissioned in just 2 months' time. Next financial year, we propose to cover more stretches under smart street light covering additional town. The work on 132 kV transmission line creating a backbone infrastructure is progressing well. I compliment the state government and the power grid officials for resolving many long pending issues leading to transfer of implementation of the leading to faster implementation of this project. The work on Roing to Chapakwa line has also gathered pace. I am happy to announce construction of 33 kV transmission line from Bana to Vesang with an estimated cost of rupees 8 crore to improve power supply to East Kameng district. Public Health Engineering Department deserves appreciation for accelerating implementation of Jal Jeevan Mission and targeting to achieve 100% fully functional household taps in 2022-23, a year before the target, national target. I propose to provide rupees 100 crore to PHCD for implementing this water for all projects. Encouraged by the success of integrated water supply projects at Jia and Zongkham, the state has approved 5 more projects at Longding, Leparada, Mechuka, East Kameng, and Tawang. Because of resource crunch faced in the last 2 years due to the pandemic, we could not allocate funds for starting the water supply project for Itanagar, Bomdila, Daporizo, and Teju Township. Since these are major projects, government would undertake preparation of technically sound DPR through specialized agencies and provide resources for the work to begin in the next financial year. Honorable Speaker, sir, we have been investing major resources in building the infrastructure. However, it is observed that our SOPs for the management of these assets is not commensurate with the volume being created. I propose to establish a dedicated asset management fund with 1% of project cost for every capital work to be deposited in this fund for upkeep of infrastructure assets. For the perennial problem of flood and related damages, especially in the foothills areas of our major rivers, Water Resource Department has prepared a comprehensive proposal which has been recommended to the Government of India for funding purpose support. Honorable Speaker, sir, Deputy Speaker, sir, we provided an allocation of rupees 45 crore this year for the prestigious High Court building and would continue to earmark allocation proportionate to the physical progress. I propose to allocate rupees 10 crore for upgradation of infrastructure for the district judiciary and rupees 2 crore for the e-litigation module implementation. We will also provide video conference facilities for conducting trials for the under trial prisoners and for deposition of the vulnerable witnesses. Modernization of police forces is our priority. There has been a significant increase in the strength of the police force, making it a strong force of 15,285 personnel capable of handling any challenge. All the police stations are now having CCTVs, which has resulted in transparency. We have also established many Mahila police stations. During the financial year 2021-22, rupees 98 crore were provided for various activities like construction of police station, offices, barracks, housings, mobility and weapons. The state government is working towards empowerment of misguided youth. If any, and such a step in this direction, the state will be implementing a comprehensive surrender policy for them to leave their affiliation with underground elements. This policy will facilitate them to come back and join the mainstream. For this purpose, I propose to make an initial allocation of rupees 5 crore for implementation of this policy. During the last 3 years, we have spent rupees 155 crore on Tirap Changlang Longding action plan for improving the policing infrastructure in the region. We have also invested heavily on the mobility of the police forces. We have inducted 119 vehicles last year, and just recently the government has sanctioned procurement of 300 vehicles for the police force. We have taken up rupees 25 crore project for upgradation of police training center at Bandardua. I propose to provide rupees 10 crore for these projects. Honorable Speaker, sir, I am happy to announce rupees 100 crore mission to conduct housing for the police personnel and propose to provide an initial allocation of rupees 25 crore. I also propose to make a provision of rupees 2 crore for the mobility and communication of the special task force. I propose to allocate rupees 10 crore for construction of central jail in Arunachal Pradesh. We will also establish video conference facilities in various sub-jails to reduce the movement of under trials to and from court. We will take up construction of 3 fire stations for which I propose to earmark rupees 9 crore. Honorable Speaker, sir, in the efforts to make our urban centers more reliable, livable, sanitation is of crucial importance. To augment sanitation capacities of the 2 urban bodies, an amount of rupees 12 crore for Itanagar and 3 crore for Pasighat was allocated in the current financial year. This has given a major thrust to the waste management activities in the 2 cities, making them cleaner. Under BE 2022-23, I propose a quantum jump in the grants in aid given to Itanagar Municipal Corporation from rupees 1.78 crore to rupees 6 crore and to Pasighat Municipal Council from rupees 72 lakhs to rupees 2 crore. I congratulate the Itanagar Municipal Corporation for perceptible change in the cleanliness in the city. They have displayed a can-do attitude and further raise our expectation. I suggest that we converge the available resources from state plan, central schemes and finance commission grants for this synergistic action. Further, I propose to allocate rupees 22 crore for solid waste management, including payment of wages and construction of material recovery facilities for our other towns. For this purpose, Panchayati Raj institution may come forward and convert available funds from Finance Commission grants and devolution from the state government. There is an acute shortage of official accommodation for the government employees in Itanagar Capital Complex. Government proposes to construct modern multi-story flats in place of old dilapidated SPT quarters in the various sectors of Capital Complex. Under Phase 1, it is proposed to construct 48 flats of Type 2 and Type 3 categories at an estimated cost of rupees 20 crore in selected sectors. We need to work on low-cost vendors markets, providing clean and convenient place for vendors. We would also take up projects of clean food streets and development of public spaces in urban areas. I propose to make an allocation of rupees 2 crore to take up pilot projects. 1/3 of Arunachal population lives in remote border areas, covering half of Arunachal Pradesh geographical area. The patriotic citizens of Arunachal Pradesh are guardians of our frontiers and work soldier to soldier with armed forces defending our motherland. Government of Arunachal Pradesh is committed to develop these border villages and create livelihood opportunities so that our citizens can earn income through local activities. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, I thank you for leading a legislators group on border areas and providing very valuable suggestions for the development of border areas. During the last budget speech, I mentioned about the development of model villages in the border areas on pilot basis. We had a series of consultations with the stakeholders, including the Government of India, and now the template is ready to begin work. I propose to make an allocation of rupees 25 crore for the integrated development of border villages over and above normal allocation under the border area development program. In order to provide reliable power to the border villages, I am happy to inform the August House that we have launched Golden Jubilee Border Elimination Program with a mission to conduct 50 micro-hydro projects in remote border villages. In the first phase, we have sanctioned rupees 50 crore for 17 projects covering 218 villages. Once the work on this project commences, I propose to allocate another 50 crore for the second phase of 17 projects. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, I am also happy to inform that the government has sanctioned rupees 16 crore for providing 6,000 street lights in 700 villages in border villages of Arunachal Pradesh. I thank Honorable Union Finance Minister for launching Vibrant Village program focused on northern border covering various aspects of development and service delivery. This will also be immensely useful for the border villages in Arunachal. Our thanks are also due to Honorable Union Finance Ministry for initiating a new scheme called Prime Minister Development Initiative for Northeast, or PM Divine, focus on bridging the development gaps in the Northeast region. This strong focus of the central government shall go a long way in improving the quality of life of the citizen in the state. The state government has taken up a comprehensive projects to strengthen infrastructure in border villages to mitigate the issue of migration to urban centers. We have submitted a rupees 4,000 crore proposal to the Union Home Ministry as part of this plan. The project aims at building roads, health centers, educational institutions, besides electrifying villages and augmenting water supply. Recently, we took up solar electrification of 8 remote villages in Tali Circle in Karatari district in partnership with Sri Sri Rural Development Trust, in which 1/3 of the total expenditure of rupees 1.5 crore was contributed by the trust and the rest by the state government. Encouraged by the success of this project, we propose to extend it to few more remote border areas. I also propose to earmark rupees 7.5 crore for taking up repairs of food suspension bridges in border areas mostly used by the border guarding forces. Honorable Speaker, sir, for the rapid development of border areas, I propose that we should adopt a model of 100% saturation of central and state schemes in select border villages in time-bound manner. Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker, sir, climate resilience and responsive action will protect our environment and lead us towards carbon neutrality. With the adoption of Pake Tiger Reserve 2047 Declaration on Climate Change Resilient and Responsive Arunachal Pradesh, we have displayed our firm commitment to take needed technical, administrative, and financial steps to mitigate and address the adverse impact of climate change and usher in green development through the 5 broad Panchadhara elements and the 75 strategies underpinning them. We have envisaged a multi-sectoral or coordinated approach towards low emission and climate resilient development. For ensuring proper coordination and monitoring of various departmental action plan, we are pleased to create a Pake Tiger Reserve Declaration Cell. The department concerned would be encouraged to take initiative under Pake Declaration. For example, the health department is taking initiatives such as solar rooftop power system, telemedicine, and medicine from the sky, for which I propose to allocate rupees 50 lakhs each. The transport department would be introducing electric buses. The power department would be installing smart prepaid meters, and the forest department would implement climate resilient forestry. Honorable Speaker, sir, you and honorable member of this August House would be pleased to know that the state government has initiated carbon credit trading from this year itself. I propose to establish 3 new biodiversity conservation and development assets at Pasighat, Tawang, and Jiro with an allocation of rupees 3 crore to encourage in situ conservation. Butterflies are indicators of health of any ecosystem. Arunachal Pradesh is known to have rich diversity of more than 700 recorded butterfly species. I propose to earmark rupees 1 crore to create 4 butterfly parks at Pake, Namdafa, Jiro, and Pasighat respectively. It is proposed to upgrade Vanavigyan Kendra, Chesa, as a center for excellence on forestry with an allocation of rupees 1 crore. Forestry-based ecotourism provides avenues for responsible tourism activities with the view to conserve nature while improving the livelihood of local people. In order to promote forestry ecotourism with community participation, I proposed rupees 4 crore covering Tale, Pake, Namdafa, and Kamlang reserves. Honorable Speaker, sir, in the end, I would like to state that we are proud of the achievement under the Pema Khandu government. We are sensitive to the needs and aspirations of our citizens and remain committed for inclusive, all-round development of the state to reach the last citizens. The 6 building blocks on which this budget has been built, including good governance and financial prudence, would place our state in a higher orbit of development. It is our firm belief that a healthy, educated, self-reliant, entrepreneurial, synergistic, and environmentally conscious society would lead to prosperity and, more importantly, enhanced happiness. With low population base, huge natural resources, and peace-loving, harmonious, and culturally rich tribal societies, we can all aspire to achieve higher happiness index. Let me recount here a few lines of a popular poet. कल बेहतर एक दिन होगा, कल बेहतर एक दिन होगा, मन चाहा जब हासिल होगा, जो आज अधूरा छूट गया, कल वो भी पूरा होगा, कल वो भी पूरा होगा. Conclude with confidence that this budget would lay a strong foundation for Atmanirbhar Arunachal Pradesh. Jai Hind, Jai Arunachal.
Honorable members, with the permission of the House, I extend the time of sitting up to 1 p.m. Budget estimate of annual financial statement for the year 2022 to 2023 stand presented. Budget will be taken up for discussion and voting on 16 March 2022. Honorable members, one announcement. The award ceremony of Jan Bhagidari for 3 best suggestions for preparation of budget 2022-2023 will be held in TK Auditorium, Legislative Assembly, just before lunch. Please mind it. Now, we'll move to item number 4, presentation of gender budget. The Deputy Chief Minister and Minister in charge of Finance present the gender budget for the year 2022-23.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I rise to present the gender budget for the year 2022-23.
Item number 5, presentation of statement under FRBM Act 2006. The Deputy Chief Minister and Minister in charge for Finance may present the statement of as required under the Physical Responsibility and State Management Act 2006 for the year 2022-23.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I rise to present the statement as required under the Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act 2006 for the year 2022-23.
Next, we have item number 6, presentation of urban and local bodies budgetary statement. The Deputy Chief Minister and Minister in charge of Finance may present the statement on budgetary provision for urban and local bodies for the year 2022-23.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I rise to present this statement on budgetary provision for urban local bodies for the year 2022-23.
Item number 7, presentation of child budget. Deputy Chief Minister and Minister in charge of Finance may present the child budget for the year 2022-23.
Deputy Speaker, sir, I rise to present the child budget for the year 2023.
Item number 8, presentation of CAG report. The Deputy Chief Minister and Minister in charge of Finance may present the State Finance Audit Report SFAR of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India for the year 31st March 2022, report number 2 of 2021.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I rise to present the State Finance Audit Report of the Controller and Auditor General of India for the year 31st March 2022, report number 2 of 20.
So since there is time, 15 minutes left. Item number 9, motion of thanks to Governor address. Now, the House will take up this discussion on the motion of thanks to the address of the Honorable Governor under the provision of Sub-Rule 2 of Rule 13 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business. Honorable Governor of Arunachal Pradesh was pleased to deliver his address on 11th March 2022. Under Rule 14, Subclause 1, I have received notice of the motion of thanks of the address of Honorable Governor. Sri Chao Jingnu Namchum may move the motion of thanks, the address of the Governor.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I rise to move the motion of thanks to the address of Honorable Governor delivered on 11th March in the following terms. That the member of the 7th Legislative Assembly assembled in this session are deeply grateful for the address which he has been pleased to deliver in the Assembly on 11th March 2022.
Sri Hayang Mangpi may second the motion.
I rise to second the motion of thanks to Governor's address moved by Honorable Member of this August House, Jignu Namchum.
Sri Chao Jingnu Namchum, being the mover, may initiate the discussion on Governor address.
Deputy Speaker, sir, while moving the motion of thanks to the address of our Honorable Governor, I'd like to bring attention of the House to some of the features mentioned in his address. On the occasion of 36th Statehood Day and the Golden Jubilee celebration for getting a political identity as Arunachal Pradesh, our Honorable Prime Minister has assured to transform Arunachal Pradesh as a gateway to Southeast Asia. This is a direction towards which we all need to walk for future of our economy and growth. Act this policy will certainly transform our Northeast region economically with the support of double engine Sarkar at Delhi and at Uttarakhand. It is also a pleasant feeling that despite COVID-19 pandemic and limited resources, our government could manage the finance effectively without inflicting injuries to our development goals. Sir, I extend congratulations and gratitude to our government led by our Honorable Chief Minister Sri Pema Khanduji and Deputy Chief Minister Sri Chaunaminji for managing the financial affairs so effectively that we never felt financial constraints during the pandemic. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, rather we have noticed a vigorous and planned strategies and development activities amidst the pandemic. I would like to mention few of them. It is very historic investment of 120 crore in transformation of agriculture for Atmanirbhar Krishi and Bagwani Yojana. We sincerely hope that the investment in agriculture sector will not only make us self-reliant, but also we will be a major producer and exporter of agriculture communities in future, which we have seen in most of the federal groups across our state have done very well because of this initiative. Another achievement is 40 crore in Deen Dayal Upadhyay Swalamban Yojana, surpassing the allocation of 30 crore. This is one of the most successful innovations of our government to transfer from job seekers to job givers, thus creating jobs and contributing to the nara given by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and our Chief Minister Pema Khandu ji, vocal for local. Rupees 450 crore investment in healthcare amidst the pandemic is the reflection of our commitments towards providing affordable healthcare facilities for citizens. With 50 crore investment for Golden Jubilee border illumination program is the reflection of our commitment to reach out to the last person in the queue, Antodaya. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister at the center and the dynamic leadership of Honorable Chief Minister, we are witnessing a rapid transformation of our country and the state.
May not get a chance.
This was mentioned by our Honorable Governor in his address in this August House, reflecting not only investment in infrastructure building or improving service, but also transformation of the system. As we all are aware that you go by the rule, minimum governments. Sarkar Aapke Dwar, our Chief Minister's brainchild project, is a great success story. In this Sarkar Aapke Dwar, not only the villagers, the farmers, students, every sector of the society have benefited from it. There was an urgent need of change of system for bringing transparency and accountability and effectiveness. These are also mentioned. I would like to mention some initiatives. Like digitization of government process will not only bring transparency and accountability, but also facilitate cashless, faceless, paperless process. Implementation of e-office system in the Secretariat and our Vidhan Sabha is the beginning of such transformation, which was mentioned by our Honorable Governor, thanking the Speaker of the House. Declaration of rolling out of e-office system in all directorates and district headquarters will be a game changer in days to come. It will also reduce the burden on state exchequer due to reduce of use of paper, traveling of government staffs to the state headquarters. The online payment system for government dues, ECC bill is an example. E-Abkari will pave the way for cashless, paperless and faceless process. Recruitment in government jobs through statutory bodies like Arunachal Pradesh Staff Selection Board, training of our Arunachal Pradesh civil service officers through IIM Shillong, NISG Hyderabad, Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy of Administration, Missouri, is a reflection of our commitment for ensuring merit-based recruitment and upskilling our executives in the rapid changing global ecosystem, which we have recently witnessed. The system of Pragati and DLMC have really accelerated the effort of our stakeholders in our development agenda. Another achievement is the implementation of CCTN, Crime and Criminal Tracking Network System, in crime investigation and control, which is the need of the hour. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, the address of our Honorable Governor also gave us a vivid picture of our future development discourse. I would like to mention some of them. The commitment of the government is saturating the SDG parameters, the Sustainable Development Goals, and the Pocket Declaration, shows the clarity of responsibility towards our Mother Nature and commitment for sustainable development of each and everyone living on this land. Airgun Surrender Abhiyan, an initiative by our government, is an example of it. Implementation of new education policy will prepare our next generation for the new global norms. Adaptation is the key word. One great scientist, Charles Darwin, put forward the law of survival of the fittest in biology. In today's world, there is another law, progress of the most adaptive. If we fail to adapt to the changing technology, we will be quitting the race. Honorable Governor has informed us that the government's commitment for adaptation in new technology, be it digital or drone technology, in delivering services or harnessing the vast potentials of our own state. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, and esteemed members, I would like to sum up and move the motion of thanks with a famous quote of former American President John F. Kennedy. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter a word, but to live by them. I will live up by them. Would you please? Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Honorable members, good announcement for all of us. Lunch being arranged by our Honorable Chief Minister at Banquet Hall, Legislative Assembly. So all should go for lunch there. Before that, we have to proceed towards auditorium to attend Jan Bhagidari awardee function. So I adjourn the house till 2 p.m. for 1 hour.